Alright, we're live. Whee!
Butts.
Yes.
Butts.
That's the first thing. Butts.
Butts. I'm
Howdy, welcome. Howdy, everyone.
gonna put the link in the chat so you guys can tweet it out.
Awesome, thanks.
Oh, there you go. I can start with internet aristocrat speech. What do you got? Have you guys heard it? All of you?
The one where he took off pretty much?
Yeah.
Do you mean the last one?
Yeah.
The one where he quoted Hitler or whatever.
The Volcaro?
The one that he basically throw us under the bus?
Pretty much.
Basically.
Wait,
Yeah,
he threw us under the bus? How?
He was saying that he didn't think he didn't think we were extreme enough, that we're losing.
Oh, yeah. So basically
that-
the last one that he put out.
Yeah, we were too extreme for 4chan, you faggot. What makes you think we aren't extreme enough?
Exactly.
People these days. I don't know. If he's going to do that, then he doesn't really deserve to be a part of GamerGate. It's not about being extreme. It's about
agree
being
with
civil.
that. And he also said that some of our most prominent voices, like Matt and guys like him, were basically becoming the same as the opposition. That they were patronizing everything. That they were spamming their Patreon. It was basically nonsense to me, to be honest.
I don't know. I don't even follow
Yeah,
that,
you're always
so-
going to get profiteers in anything. That's capitalism, I guess.
And I think Sargon of Akkad made a response video when he basically sided with Matt, and he said that Eastern Internet Aristocrat was basically causing more drama, and he shouldn't have done that.
Well, no, but here's the thing that
Yeah,
I think... go on.
Yes, V basically thought he was the biggest shill of all.
Well, I don't think we're that extreme, to be honest, because it's basically people from all over the world with different political and religious stances, so I wouldn't say we're extreme.
I don't think that's that. I think you're correct, but I mean, GamerGate is different for everybody in GamerGate. To be honest, some of us are here to defend gaming culture. Some others are here to demand more ethical practices in journalism. It's very different, and GamerGate has many aspects.
And I think that might have been part of the problem, honestly, with Internet Aristocrat. I think that something that he was talking about was that we a lot of people kind of moved away from just focusing on trying to get rid of SJWs, and he seemed kind of pissed about that. Don't get me wrong, I wouldn't mind getting rid of them myself, but this
we take away their soapbox. They have nothing. But
exactly.
They're hug boxes.
This has become something way beyond that. And in all fairness, having been here from the beginning, and it was only, I think, 3 weeks in when I finally made my first video about it, seeing how quickly it has grown is kind of scary, to be honest. And really, I noticed that with OP Skynet. I tweet out the hashtag, I come back, and the only thing I can say is, where the hell did all you people come from? I didn't know there were that many of us, and I'm still trying to wrap my head around that, because when it started, it was only a couple hundred people. Now we're in the thousands, and that can be scary to people, so I can kind of understand that.
Yeah, I saw an article kind of about this, how GamerGate were I think the most efficient hashtag on Twitter recently, reaching out and networking.
We outlasted Occupy Wall Street. That says something.
And I think there hasn't been any movement like GamerGate. Like, we are a consumer revolt. We're a cultural movement. We are many things. So I think we are pretty unique, and people don't understand like the very nature of GamerGate.
Well, gaming is a huge market. I mean, if you think about it, there's got to be billions of us all over the world. If they're threatening our hobby, billions of people's hobbies, what were they expecting? Like, of course, there's going to be a backlash, and of course, it's going to be huge. It's like if you went out and I don't know, attacked, say, football or American football, depending on where you live, or something that a lot of people are really passionate about and follow, almost religiously, and you went out and attacked that wholesale. What are you going to expect? Of course, there's going to be a huge backlash against that, and really, this was almost inevitable. I really think they kind of bit off far more than they could actually chew.
Well, not even that. I mean, lifelong gamers like a lot of us are, we grew up having to spend months to get to our goal. Do you honestly think that a couple of name-calling posts are going to stop us?
Yeah.
And to be honest, I have done a very big research on ethical practices of gaming journalism, and there is some very interesting events that happened before GamerGate. So I think stealth is pretty.
Yeah, 2 years
correct.
before this, they tried to pull the same shit.
Well, yeah,
Wasn't that like Jack
Atheism
Thompson or
and
something like
Atheism Plus. That I was watching. Was it Internet Aristocrats video on that? Just as actually he decided to take down his YouTube account, but that was the last video of his that I watched, and it was pretty much the same thing all over again. They infiltrated this group. They tried to lay down the law to them, and everyone just turned around and said, fuck off. What do you think you're doing? This isn't your playground, and we don't have to follow your rules.
In all honesty, though, I've seen a couple of videos a while back that show that the whole collusion between the gaming industry and the gaming media was happening in the 90s as well. It's kind of mind-boggling when you see exactly how deep the rabbit hole goes.
Yeah, I think the very first sort of instance of this that I heard of was years and years ago, where a journalist got fired from one of the major review sites. I can't remember which one it was. For
I think
giving,
it was
one of the EA games. Yeah, it was one of the EA games. He gave them a bad review, and he basically got booted out. They told him to pack his shit up and leave. And I think he went on to found Giant Bomb, didn't he, or something like that?
Yeah, Jeff Gerstmann.
Yeah.
The reason I know this is because I've been at GameSpot for 10 years now.
Right, okay. So, yeah, you probably know far more about it than we do.
Yeah, I saw everything happening. There was just a lot of people just leaving GameSpot altogether. So I saw what people wrote on the forums and all the shit that GameSpot got from it.
Yeah, well, that was certainly the sort of first instance that I became aware of just how corrupt the games journalism sort of industry was. And I think everything that's happened from then on has been building towards GamerGate, really. Just more and more corrupt shit going on, and people are just getting absolutely sick of it. And why wouldn't they?
Yeah, you talk about we're kind of moving away from Internet Aristocrat. We're gonna come back to it, but just touching this. It also became a much bigger issue in 2012 when DoritoGate and Eurogamer fired a journalist as well. So it's been coming for quite some time.
Yeah.
So I
don't actually know what happened with DoritoGate.
Well, what happened was that Jeff Keighley, aka Dorito Pope now, the guy who hosts Video Game Awards or the VG or whatever VGAs, he basically came up in an interview heavily sponsored by Dorito and Mountain Dew.
Yep.
Yeah, he was basically bathing in Mountain Dew and Dorito dust. I don't want to think about the smell that emanated
Yeah,
from
that's
that
a
room.
pretty nasty image.
I'll take the Mountain Dew, but they could leave the Doritos. That shit's gross.
Yeah, and he defended
Man,
it
I'll just take the
afterwards.
Doritos.
Alright, you'll take Doritos.
Aren't they trying to make a Dorito Mountain Dew
There
flavor?
is.
Yeah.
It already exists, and I've heard some people say it's really, really good. I've heard people say it's nasty as hell. I'm not trying it, so.
I'm with you on that. Fuck that.
Doritos.
Yes, Doritos. There you go. I know. About 4 or 5 months ago, Brad Jones did Brad tries on it.
Yeah. I don't know. Is there anything I wanted to talk about more about this? I mean, you kind of brought it up. Or Lisa, if you wanted.
Well, no, I just wanted to say about the whole internet aristocrat thing, and I kind of mentioned this in a video I made about it. If he honestly thinks that he could just disappear for a little while and then come back and no one's going to remember him or remember his voice, he's a fucking idiot. And the reason I say this is because it was his videos that Adam Baldwin tweeted out with the hashtag GamerGate. His videos are indirectly linked to the very founding of the hashtag and the name we use. If he honestly thinks that he could just disappear and everyone will forget about him in a few months, he's an idiot.
He's pulling a Shia LaBeouf.
Pretty much.
Check.
Check and mate.
Burn.
Soon he will replace his wig with a bag on his head that will say, "I'm sorry."
Yep, pretty much.
Well, what I had an issue with isn't that.
Hey guys, I gotta go grab something. I'll be right back.
Okay. The issue I had with his so-called speech wasn't that he just said, "All right, I'm out." That will be totally fine, but that instead of what we're actually achieving now, it's going to be a later topic with Gawker, is that we should attack every single one of the SJWs and the feminists or whatever, and why bother? We even had someone from the other side trying to discuss this for 2 freaking days, and we got nowhere.
Exactly. It's like talking to a fucking brick wall. These people.
Oh wait, are we talking about that one guy back in the live
Cause.
stream I was in? Yeah, fucking dummies.
Cause?
Cause, yeah.
Oh yeah. Here's the deal, guys.
I remember Cause was sucking up to Devi.
Yes. He was sucking also very hard on Anita Sarkeesian, but to my point, I think if we are very effective, we might be able to drive social justice warriors out of the industry, but we are never going to be able to eliminate social justice warriors completely. That's insane.
Yeah, well, we can just take away their soapboxes. That's enough. And we can take away their credibility as well.
Yep. Yeah, but I think it's a little counterproductive to get distracted into arguing with SJWs all the time, because they just use it as proof, if you will.
They just do a circle
argument. About arguing. I'm not.
They just do the circle argument, and that's that. I mean, they just dance and dance and dance.
And I don't think they actually know what they actually say, because if you actually follow a specific Twitter profile, you will see that a lot of tweets are very contradictory.
All right, sorry about that.
Welcome back.
Welcome back.
Yeah, I know what you mean. A lot of what anybody says that anti-GG is, well, they're supposedly anti-GG, is always hypocritical. Always. I have not seen one point where they don't end up saying like, "Oh, hey, you know, we're this," and then completely contradicting themselves.
The most I mean, the example that I have in my head right now is Sarah Butts saying that Georgie Tane doesn't represent anti-GamerGate, and
Yeah.
then she actually has the bravery to say that if someone of GamerGate says something, he represents GamerGate as a whole. And I was like, oh my god, seriously? You should check this out.
Masters of hypocrisy.
Yep.
No kidding. No, it's like I can't remember her name, but the chick that made
Why don't we get her in
Seedscape.
here?
The chick that made Seedscape.
Oh
And-
god damn it! I'm looking up on oh,
Jennifer.
Yeah, her. Yeah. People. They were for like 3 months. Oh, you guys just want to try and get women out of the gaming industry. Here comes a woman with a decent game, and I'm actually gonna buy it when it comes out. It looks like a lot of fun. It looks like something I would really enjoy. She comes out, and just because she disagrees with them, we're gonna boycott this woman and get her out of gaming. I'm like, wow, do you even fucking think?
Yeah.
No, they just listen and believe.
Fuck that. Sorry,
Yep.
but
Nah,
this
man,
is like
just
a
kind of
cult
listen and
mentality.
believe, man.
Freaking
Yeah,
cult mentality.
Or like,
Yeah,
for
they're-
example, the Brianna Wu game having a lot of sexy women. I say sexy with air quotes.
I was gonna say those are
you mean
hardly
just
sexy
typical-
models there, dude.
They
Dude.
being like Victoria's Secret models all over the place, tiny waist, big bust kind of thing.
Yes.
Dude, okay, the bust sizes on some of those characters would make Lara Croft feel ashamed.
Right.
Oh, and the
Yeah.
graphics. Don't even get me started on those graphics.
It looks
Oh my
like
Graphics are
it's
like
from
20.
Nintendo 64.
No,
Yeah.
you know what? No, not even that. It looks like one of those kind of fan-made games that they tried to put on the PS1, but it would glitch out every now and then because the person sucked at coding, and so you had pixels all over the place. That's kind of what it reminds me of.
Brianna
I'm
Wu.
being, Ellen, I'm being nice here. This is me being nice. It's the thing is,
What game engine is she supposedly
I
using?
don't- apparently the Unreal Engine is what she says. I don't buy it. Yeah.
Okay, what is it, like Unreal 1?
Man, King
I
of
know-
Paul was being a massive dumbass too.
Yeah.
Remember when he tried to say Oliver and Usher left?
What?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't pay much attention to him anymore, to be honest.
Yeah, well, I'm
Yeah.
just pointing out he's being a massive fag still.
I think the problem with King of Paul is his massive ego. Like he
Well,
can't stand people disagreeing with him.
Of course.
Well, he was on the
That's why I should
stream
be
here.
promoting. I'm okay with people disagreeing with me. I just look at them and go, yeah.
Yeah. I watched Sargon's stream, which he had, I think, a few days ago, and he said we can probably disagree, but kind of tone policing is kind of against our purpose. If we're gonna, as long as we don't start sending hate tweets or whatever, harassing each other, I don't think we should call people out for doing, I don't know. Something we don't like.
Well, GamerGate doesn't have any rulers. That's the best thing about it. You know, anyone can or should feel free to post whatever they want under the tag, unless it's actively against GamerGate, in which case they're a shill. But yeah, I think tone policing is ineffective for one, and it's unnecessary because everyone has their own views and their own way of presenting those
Just
views.
don't call it tone policing. Just call it criticism. Just say criticism.
Yeah.
Yeah, because
I think
seen
that's what kind of internet aristocrat I think got pissed about because of his lazy stream. I think that's what kind of made him
yeah, I
flip out.
thought he was kind of being whiny about that because, like, you're a big figure in here. Of course, more people are going to criticize you than anyone. You either deal with it or pussy out. And guess what?
He
one he
pussied
did.
out. He
Yep.
pussied out.
Do as everyone else is trying to do in the real world. You get criticism, you look at it. If it's productive, do it. If it's not productive and just fill of hate, and just fuck off with it.
Dude,
Exactly.
a girl's telling him he's pussied out.
I think that's the main problem with the opposition right now. Like, they cannot even, grasp the fact that they're actually people with multiple views. So
Exactly.
I remember that someone on the other side, on the anti-GG, got bullied out of Twitter because she was neutral or regarding of something. I
Oh,
can't
Chloe
remember.
something or
Claire
something.
Schumann, right?
Okay, no, she wasn't neutral. She was very much anti, but she
Yeah,
still
but
tried to get a conversation going. And for that, she got bullied off. And when Brianna Wu, of all fucking people, is saying, "What the hell just happened?" You know you did something messed up.
Randy Harper is a cancer.
Okay. I will say this
Yeah,
on
that's
Randy Harper
Wait, what
and
about
leave it at
Randy?
this. I will say this about Randy Harper and leave it at that. It's pretty well known that she lived in Atlanta. She was part of the BDSM scene. I happen to have a few friends in that same scene, and a few friends who wish to remain anonymous knew her. I've heard some shit. Oh my god, I've heard some shit.
BDSM is fun. What could I say?
I would just say that her trying to boycott people from certain communities for not doing what she wants them to do, she's been doing this for over 10 years now. And I'll
oh
just leave it
dear
at that.
Lord.
So, all in all, she's just another parasite.
More or
Yep.
less.
You know, I think a
she,
parasite would be better than fucking whatever she is.
I think she even has a criminal record,
Yeah,
right?
oh,
Yeah, she's a
yes,
meth head.
yes.
Isn't she under watch
yes.
of fucking federal agencies now for
I
child
she
pornography?
she owes a shit ton of money to the IRS. She tried to sell her kid to a pedophile, no less. And all those stories, and I will say this, I got verification that all those stories about her giving bad head in a Burger King, from everyone that I've spoken to that has talked to her, they said that was absolutely 100% true.
Oh no.
And remember, guys,
Yeah.
we are the bad guys. We are the
Okay,
bad
can
guys.
you mind if we get back on topic? I kind of have to leave in about 15 minutes.
Oh,
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
Sorry,
Yeah, I
Dad
just
found out
had to
dinner
say
was on the
something.
way.
I just want to say something. I enjoy how the antis like to put themselves up on this pedestal like they're moral paragons, but all in all, they're complete. And a lot of them are fucking monsters. Well, we are complete assholes, but we don't act like we have the moral high ground. We just have the
Right.
truth. It's
Yeah,
hilarious.
Some of their champions are just like obscene. You've got Geordie Tate, who advocates killing people like just for being
Yeah,
associated
Chris
with
Cluey.
GamerGate. Yeah, Arthur Chu, who's a rape apologist. You've got Stilgray, who used to like post on Reddit that he loved Hitler. You've got
No, actually, he was a corrupt mod on Reddit. He said he loved Hitler a lot earlier, like
right,
on
okay.
our
And then you have
RPG
NeoGAF.
Codex.
And then you have NeoGAF protecting pedophiles on their page, so
Yeah. You've got
Neofag.
Zoe
yes.
Wynn, who's an emotional abuser. You've got Brianna Wu, who's just a liar. You've got Anita Sarkeesian, who's an even bigger liar. It's crazy, man.
I'm pretty sure
Something
she's
that
sleeping
Jonathan
with full
McIntosh.
McIntosh.
Yeah.
100% sure they're sleeping together.
Oh, absolutely.
Speaking of NeoGAF, did you know about the Tekken character who was apparently stripped out of the US version because someone in the community of
Yes, we were
NeoGAF?
talking about that earlier, and that is something I wanted to bring up. Lucky Chloe. I actually really want to play that freaking character. I love Capcom characters. Oh my god, I saw her, and the first thing that went to my head was, oh, kawaii. I want to play her. And then
I'm not personally a fan of cat people, but the artistic style that they chose for Lucky Chloe was actually pretty fucking cool. So
now I'm going to look up Lucky Chloe to see what this is about.
And she is so cute. Oh my god.
She's adorable. Not really a fighter character, but there's fucking anime out there where cute chicks are all
She
like...
has waifu potential.
Exactly.
Yeah,
she has a lot of ass-kicking potential.
I saw her. After I finally got the Japanese schoolgirl in my head to stop squealing, I turn around, look at my boyfriend, and go, and point at the picture of her I have on my computer. Go, she's my new waifu. What?
But I think.
And my boyfriend just walked in the room and is giving me a weird look.
I think that was a joke, actually, but it was
Yeah,
kind
it
of
was a
messed
joke.
up. If you go to Twitter right now, the biggest news is it has been confirmed that GamerGate has cost Gawker over $1 million.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
I would
7
take
figures.
yeah.
yes.
Let's save that topic. Lisa wanted to talk about the internet and history cat. We have that topic. That we
Well,
got.
I mean, I've really said what I needed to say about that whole thing. As far as the whole thing with Gawker, I will say this before I take off. To people who honestly think that Gamergate can't really make that big of a difference, if the whole thing with the FTC didn't convince you, this might. This shows what happens when you get a group of people who have been attacked for so long for their hobby finally just stand up and go, fuck you guys, we've had enough, we're done. And this is the type of power that the consumer has. And I think a lot of companies outside of gaming might be getting a little bit nervous because who knows, we might inspire people to do something similar in different industries, maybe movies, TV, whatever. And
Exactly.
this kind of thing scares them, but this is one of the biggest. I don't. I call it a movement revolt. I think
It's
this is one of the biggest things to happen online in general. I have seen people who would have no reason to talk to each other and would despise each other over petty shit like, PS4 versus Xbox One, whatever. You
PC
know?
yeah.
Master
This
Race.
ended the console
Exactly.
wars.
I have seen people who normally hate each other put their shit aside, get together, and go, okay, we have a common enemy. Let's put this to the side for now. Truce time. Let's do this. And I have made friends through this that I would never have any reason to talk to. And I am really thankful for that. I am so happy that this is going on, and everything with Gawker that happened today, you know, that
I'm
just
still laughing at
invigorated me. That just invigorated me.
oh, yes, I'm still laughing at how Jay dismissed the FTC as not a big deal. I'm like,
Oh God. All right, guys, it's been fun. If this is still going whenever I'm done with dinner, I might hop back on. But
Yeah,
yeah, have fun,
we're
guys.
gonna go for a while, so just jump back in. You got the link.
All right, talk to you later, guys.
Yeah, see ya.
See you later.
Yeah,
Thank you.
I wanted to touch it. It's not just the money they've lost. They had to first they fired demoted the guy who actually wanted to apologize for the crap they did, and he got demoted for it. It was the editor, and then Nick Denton got his spot, and they just went on with it. Now they're gonna break it up into 7 people who are going to have a responsibility. So it's not just they lost money, but they've restructured Gawker as a whole.
We might actually see the ending of Gamergate in a positive
Gawker
way.
is kill.
Wait, what?
Even
The ending of Gamergate? Huh?
We might actually see a victory.
That still
It's a
doesn't mean it's
victory
going
for
to end
sure, but I don't
Gamergate.
think it's over. There's still other targets
we
out
need to
there,
do is
Polygon and people like that.
I mean, the face of Gamergate that wants more ethical behavior in gaming journalism. Because to be honest, guys, Gamergate for me, and I speak for me alone in this subject, for me, Gamergate is the defense of gaming culture, and I love this culture. So that's basically why I'm here. So I think I will be forever a GGer for the rest of my days.
Yeah,
That makes two
I'm
of
pretty
us.
sure we should after after we should pretty much form some kind of watchdog group to monitor the journalists.
yeah, it's
Something.
not gonna be the same after Gamergate is still going strong. I don't think it's gonna die very soon, but I think if Gawker Media and Kotaku admits their fault, I'm gonna think things are going to.
Yeah, I'm sure
I'm
things
still
will
not going to
change.
give them my shekels.
I don't know if it would be over though, because I see it like this would just energize people. This will make everyone believe, we can make a difference. We can get these people to, admit wrongdoing and change their ways, and that's just going to motivate people to keep on doing what they're doing.
Yeah, I mean, things are not going back to the same thing as it was before, because it's gonna be worse if any site's gonna try and do this shit with us again. Because just look at Gawker. If somebody pulls the same shit or worse, it's gonna get ugly.
Oh yeah, the gaming media definitely knows that they've taken a big hit from this, and I'm pretty sure they're all looking at each other thinking like, "Shit, what the hell did we start?" But yeah, I mean, as I say, Gawker Media is great that we've hurt them, but they're not the end. There's other people out there who need to change their ways. Ben Katura from
Yeah,
Polygon really needs to change his ways.
Patricia Dennis.
Yeah.
Well,
And
Yeah.
what actually pisses me off is that remember what Rockstar did recently, that solution thingy, the solution 6 thingy. Some of the indie developers were actually saying that we were a misogynistic group, and they were not interested in even developing games for current gamers. So that I
Again, I
think
said I warned him before. They're invested in the. Some of them are invested in the corruption. Some of them are already aware of it.
Some
It's
of
just
them.
going to create backlash.
Yeah.
A
Yeah, I
good
mean,
chunk of them.
at this point, there's only
Because
been 2 actual emails that have been posted that were
I know,
negative.
but
That's
I have
conflating
sources though.
at this
I
point.
just have sources. I can't exactly say why, but I trust they're trusted sources. Don't worry, it's not Nick Denton leaks.
Well, let's be honest here. I mean, with that whole thing, I am a supporter of the Solution 6 idea. And from my point of view, yeah, there's going to be a lot of people that are invested. Like, nobody's disillusioned in that idea that the indie scene is corrupt, and there's a lot of people there. But there is a set amount of people that are just trying to do their job right, and are just trying to make a living. And
I know, but this might. I mean,
even
pointed
if
out the flaws in it. Doing a mass mailings wouldn't be a good way to go. Just narrowing it down.
Well, it's not about PR or anything. It's merely about getting that message out there, because there is indie devs that don't know what's going on. And in my opinion, if we've saved one dev from getting their ass destroyed on the IGF, Solution 6 has been successful. I mean, that's just bottom line. We're here at this point. It's kind of evolved into here. We're here to help the devs and show that they don't have to deal with this. There is alternatives.
Yeah, but it still has room to backfire. I'm just warning you that.
Yeah.
Sargon mentioned this on his, I think it was his last stream, where he mentioned that he still can. I still can't understand it either. Why Steven Totello has disclosed the shit Patricia Hernandez has done a year after the crap she wrote about 2 friends of hers, and he hasn't done it with Nathan Grayson. That still hasn't been disclosed in.
I know why. I mean, with Nathan Grayson's thing, it's dismissible if you ignore the evidence that they were actively communicating with each other back in January. Whereas Patricia Hernandez, that was multiple articles. That there was no real way to dismiss that. I mean, you know, it's one thing to say that these people need the change, but you know, you can't get disillusioned. You can't make the horse drink water. You can bring it to the water, but it's only going to drink if it wants to drink. These people are not going to want to drink. You know, they're going to continue to stay set in their ways and stay ignorant until they're on the unemployment line.
Yeah, what I thought was curious of Stephen Totillo when he was interviewed by Total Biscuit was that Stephen Totillo did not want to disclose if he was friends with the guys or if he is journalist or himself when he was reviewing stuff, if he was friends with anyone making the game. I just find that baffling.
Why is it so hard to make a disclosure? Why is it so hard?
It's, you know, they don't understand, and that's just the bottom line. You know, they're bred from a different cloth, and you know, they're functioning on a different mental level than everyone else. They don't see anything they're doing as wrong, and they don't, until they see what they're doing is wrong, they're not going to understand why, you know, how other things can work.
Well, Juan, you asked why it's wrong not to disclose it. It's different being just someone you know in the industry. Like say you fly out to a preview and you kind of know someone there. It's different if you meet them outside of work and go to dinner with them and just talk shit outside, just a professional level. That's being a friend, in my view.
Well,
and if you don't disclose it in a review, that you somehow know it and you might not be able to be totally objective, you should fucking write it or let someone else review it.
And that's the point. I mean, the consumers, aka us, don't have a way to know what's actually going on the back scene of a review. So the disclosure is one of the only tools that we actually have at our disposal.
My friend just saw Macintosh's video. He's laughing out loud, literally.
Yeah, I was thinking of doing a response to it on my channel just for the hell of it.
Oh, a lot of people are doing that.
Oh, Lord.
Like, you mean the privilege one?
Randy Harper.
You mean the 25 privilege of...
Yeah.
Oh, God. I mean, these persons come from a first world country, and they come from a very wealthy family. So I don't actually see like the moral high ground that they actually have to be talking about privilege.
They don't know actual pressure, so they seek it out.
Mm-hmm. Yes, exactly, and for me, it's baffling that someone like Macintosh is still be taken seriously when he is a white male, and he constantly attacks other white males.
He tells them what they want to hear. Same as any demagogue.
Yeah, he has pretty much. He's against himself, pretty much. I think he wish he was female or something like that.
Female mind.
Well, don't be disillusioned. Anita and Macintosh know what they're doing. They are out and out con artists.
Yeah,
and that's bottom line. You know, they're not ignorant people. Macintosh says a lot of disillusioned shit because he's crazy, but you know they are taking people. You know, they're taking people for a ride. Is exactly what's going on with them.
And at the money.
I mean, at the end of this, they are going to go down. They're going to, you know, they're going to slip up, and they're going to end up, you know, being discredited or worse, end up in jail for, you know, one of the many things that they're probably doing illegally by taking advantage of people. And all that's going to happen is GG is going to get blamed for taking down feminist frequency.
Check.
And
I can't wait.
me.
I cannot wait for that.
I remember when Anita basically said that all the backlash that she has received from the very first video is actually from GamerGate, when GamerGate is just a few
When the
months
video.
old.
Yeah, when they came out
GamerGate?
2 years ago.
Yes. And did you know that I actually almost became an anti-feminist because of that video?
Oh,
Whatever.
Lord.
You know something? I never really gave a shit until now. Well,
Yeah, I don't blame you. I don't.
well, it wasn't even. Well, I kind of like had. It was kind of like on the comics scene, like idiots in comics, but like I never.
But it's
really
actually
saw it until it
scary,
was too
like
late.
the influence that she has received. Like I remember that she received a prize for being the best critic in gaming media at some point.
Ambassador Award is what she received.
Yes,
Oh my
yes,
God.
that's the one. And she also became a counselor for Mirror's Edge 2.
Yep. Well,
So
And she's gonna get removed off that fairly quickly.
Yeah,
as
how
soon
is
as
no,
that-
no, no, no,
that
no,
going?
no. Listen me out, guys. I think it's actually good that she's actually in the development team of a game, because when it's released and people actually see that it's actually bad, we will have a very solid proof that her ideas are not do not belong in the real world.
I want them to ruin Mirror's
It's
Edge
gonna
too.
be Mirror's
Fuck that.
Edge and Parkas.
God damn, Critical Kelly is annoying me.
I like Mirror's Edge. Don't fuck with my game, damn it.
Well,
It's a necessary sacrifice.
No, it's not. You're a necessary sacrifice. Fuck off. I love Mirror's Edge.
No, they're waiting for. They expect
that-
one of
that
us
was-
to go down with the plane, brother.
And that
I
game,
don't want to go down with the plane. Fuck that shit. I'm out.
yeah, that game was free last weekend. If you guys caught that, there were 3 EA games free during the PlayStation experience.
What? I couldn't
Yeah.
hear you.
The
for the holiday.
3 games: Plants vs Zombies for the PS4, Mirror's Edge for PlayStation 3, and Most Wanted on the Vita. You all got them for free.
Oh shit! I missed that.
Yeah, I claimed them as soon as I could.
Oh god, I feel like an idiot, right now.
It's did you want to touch more about the Gawker thing?
Didn't touch the gawker.
Yeah, I mean, they're gonna go down.
Eventually, it's gonna be a hard ride.
The best way to describe the Gawker situation, and this is, we'll be seeing this very soon. Gawker has literally landed on Park Place with the Boulevard owned and hotels. What's going to happen is they're going to start selling off their smaller stuff. Their smaller publications like, Kotaku and Jezebel, and, they're going to start selling off to try to save the sinking ship.
Check.
Well, unfortunately, they hit an iceberg, so,
An iceberg? I think they run with the end of the world.
Oh, well,
the world's
this
not
is
flat, though. They hit an iceberg. It's a Titanic reference. Come on.
But you won't see these publications die. Like, Kotaku will not die. Jezebel will not die. Deadspin will not die. They will merely get new ownership. And, that's going to be the real important part. Gawker's done. Between the several $1 million that Gamergate has took out of them, the $100 million that Hogan's suing them for, the $1 million friggin' insurance fraud that they're in, the lawsuits with the unpaid interns, Gawker's going down, but those publications will live on. It's just like the Twinkie situation. When Twinkie's parent company went bankrupt, everybody went crazy thinking Twinkies were never going to be around again. Another company bought Twinkies and started making Twinkies again because it's still profitable. Kotaku will happen, will go somewhere else. Jezebel will go somewhere else. Deadspin will go somewhere else. It's just, That's where it's really going to matter, and GamerGate's going to show that it actually has power when it goes to the new places and they don't do the stupid shit that Gawker did.
But it's not unheard of that actually big industries like Gawker get out of the business entirely. So
yeah,
it's
that
possible.
will be what. Yeah,
It's
like
possible.
they'll cut their losses. You know, Nick Denton will cut his losses and go into early retirement, and screw all his employees. It will happen. It will happen before Gawker files bankruptcy. Nick Denton will duck out, take his share, and go live happily on his yacht for the rest of his life.
Hopefully that yacht hits an iceberg.
I mean, it's going to be another Enron, is what I'm seeing happening. The way he acts.
Wait.
Easy that is.
When the publications change hands, it's gonna be the most important part because it's gonna define those publications.
Oh yeah. Yeah, and that's exactly like I was saying. That's where GamerGate's really going to come into play, because that's where we can stand guard and make sure that when Kotaku gets bought out by X company, make sure that X company isn't going to pull the same crap that that Gawker did.
I think that's
I think if I offer them $5, they'll sell their company to me.
Yeah, I think whoever buys Kotaku is going to know the story behind it. They're going to know why it's being sold off, and they're going to know that GamerGate played a massive role in it. And there's no way they're going to repeat the same mistakes again. At least, they won't if they've got any sense about them whatsoever.
You say that there's going to be the majority will follow suit and will understand where these idiots fucked up, but what's happening now is a lot of the stuff that's going on, it's still going on. A lot of the collusion. Game Journals Pro is still going on. I promise you, it's on another list.
Oh yeah, they've got it somewhere.
Yes.
Yeah, they're just, everybody's going into stealth mode now, and they're making sure they cover their tracks better.
Which they won't be able to. I mean, they're facing gamers, for fuck's sakes.
Yeah, they all kind of assumed that after a month or two we'd just sort of give up and quieten down, and they obviously had no idea who they were messing with, because that's not what we do.
Yeah, I've seen on YouTube and GameSpot for that matter that the journalism in gaming has been accused of being corrupt. We've just never had solid evidence before.
Yeah, no, it's been a while. I mean, long before DoritoGate. It's everybody's known about, you can't trust the publications. That's common knowledge, just like mainstream media. Mainstream media is just a giant commercial at this point. You watch MSNBC if you're a Democrat, you watch Fox if you're a Republican, and it's become a cater game.
Yeah.
It's no longer about the contents of the news, but how the news is presented.
Exactly. And that actually happens in every country in the world. Because I assume most of GamerGaters are from the US. Most of them, not all of them.
Yeah.
But in my country, I am not from the US, but in my country we see that a lot. Even public channels of news only cover the stories that they want to cover, and they cover the way they want to cover them.
Yeah, I mean, the ones who have kind of stayed out of it has been GameSpot and IGN, and but I was pretty disappointed with pretty prominent figures of both GameSpot and IGN joining the 25 privileges of gaming while being male, or whatever the title is. I was pretty disappointed with that.
To be honest, I was not that surprised, because those people were actually known social justice warriors from the very start. Just like Jim Sterling.
Well, I was under the impression that Jim Sterling especially had been very critical of SJWs in the past. I might be wrong on this because I haven't been following him for very long, but I was under the impression that he was always like a hardcore consumer rights activist, and a lot of people feel that he's basically betrayed where he came from and what he stood for by taking the same line as all the rest of them.
But I mean, his channel has actually gone from very big changes. I mean, when he first started at The Escapist, his show was on the brink of cancellation because consumers were pissed off as his general asshole attitude. So eventually he changed his ways to be more to be more consumer friendly. But if you see closely, you could see the social justice message in his videos.
Fair enough. I'll have to take your word for it because, as I say, I haven't been watching him for very long. But the few videos that I had seen of him before, like GamerGate broke out, really made me think that he'd have our backs entirely.
Yeah,
and,
I thought so too.
He just didn't at all.
Yeah, I didn't understand it either. Why he went the route he went with.
Well, one thing that people have to understand, and this is a play. This goes right back to King of Pool. You know, we're all talking right now. All of us are talking with each other. A lot of us don't know each other. I don't know any of y'all personally. You know, that's the nature of the internet. You don't know people except for what they present to you. And with King of Pool, that was a classic case.
I like Totos.
You know, people didn't know, who King of Pool was. They just knew what he presented, and they took that as the fact. And then, as the light shined on him, more stuff about him came out, and it became more prevalent that there's more to it. Just like with all these SJWs like Brianna Wu, Zoe Quinn. I mean, it's the same situation. People need to learn not to take everything you see at face value on the internet, especially about people. Like Jim Sterling.
Take that at value.
Yeah. Oh God. Like with Jim Sterling, he's a personality. Like PewDiePie, he's a personality. These people know how to present something in a way that's, deliberately misleading because it draws attention. And, that's not necessarily a bad thing. Like, PewDiePie is the most popular YouTuber ever.
Well,
And he doesn't do it to be a douche. He does it, because it makes him, he's popular and likable.
Well, Jim Sterling has done reviews as well for Destructoid, Escapist, and other sites. So he's not just a personality. He's also a journalist. Oh, and we have to welcome back Lisa.
Hello.
And Blurred, Blurred Borderlines.
Yes.
Just call her the kitty face.
Yeah, kitty face.
Whatever.
We were just talking about Jim Sterling and him going against GamerGate.
Oh, what a surprise.
I was glad when he said that he was gonna be neutral. I was like relieved. I was not surprised when he immediately changed his mind. But because if you see his videos, he actually defends social justice warriors in this whole mess.
Yeah, I kind of flipped the script when Escapist changed their ethics.
Oh, that was a glorious day.
That was a glorious move. And he then says that Jim actually said something like, "Fuck the Escapists for giving a debate place for madmen like us."
Yeah, and this is coming from someone who claims to be neutral.
Yeah. We got our own place.
We don't claim to be neutral no more.
Ever, man.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, sorry about that.
Yeah, and we've also seen this on. Well, we have. I think at least one site left, which we have to attack a lot, and that's Polygon. I've seen quite a few videos where they have not disclosed that they are basically funded by Microsoft.
They don't even see why they need to disclose it. That's the problem.
Well, I
They
mean,
seem
it's
completely oblivious.
the hive of scum and villainy. So I mean, what else can you expect?
Oh man, Pinsoft flip-flopped again.
I really don't.
What is up with this nigga?
Back on topic with the Polygon and and if you look at the scores, they're
Hey,
pretty much.
I'm sorry to cut you off real quick. I'm looking at the YouTube chat too. People are saying there's a lot of background noise.
Yeah,
it might be from me.
It's been fixed now. Anyways, with Polygon, and if you look at their price when they rate PlayStation game, I mean, I don't care what they really rate games, but when you see a trend over time, and that trend is to rate PlayStation games pretty significantly lower than Xbox or Nintendo games, it's gonna be pretty clear where your bias is. I saw a video where someone did a pretty good job by just comparing the scores, and Microsoft came out pretty well in the overall rankings, and it's not really that surprising either.
Was it Microsoft who gave Polygon like £750,000 to create a £75,000 website? Yeah, I mean, what the hell, man? How can you even attempt to be neutral or fair or unbiased when they're essentially giving you over £500,000? It's ludicrous.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, you can see it in their reviews, and when. Yeah, even with Bayonetta 2, I mean, Jesus Christ. They basically took the score away. I could have probably been a 9 or a 10, and they just plugged it down to a 7.5 or something, just because they didn't like the portrayal of Bayonetta was sexualized, whatever they said.
Were they not supporting Dragon Age Inquisition over Bayonetta 2?
I have no idea. I don't visit their site anymore. I haven't really, but I don't really care about their site at all.
I remember seeing someone saying, like, at the awards, if Dragon Age Inquisition didn't win and Bayonetta 2 won, they'd have to quit. But yet, Dragon Age Inquisition is full of rape, misogyny, abuse.
That was a judge.
Yeah, that was at the Game Awards.
Yeah, that was an actual judge at the Game Awards.
Oh my god, where do they find these people?
What did the judge say?
Arkham Asylum.
That's actually, you know what? I believe that. No joke. I would fucking believe that.
Yeah, I can.
Wait, they said Arkham Asylum is filled with rape?
No.
Well, no,
She
I think
asked where do they find these people, and I said Arkham Asylum. So like Jordy Tate and the crazy ass judge that said if Dragon Age didn't win, they'd have to quit.
Honestly,
Anita Sarkeesian.
Arkham Asylum barely has any female characters. So
are you kidding me? Just because they're not on screen doesn't mean they're not there.
I'm like,
yeah, we're just talking about it in the cells, the ones that you don't see.
Wait,
I think even Harley
I'm
Quinn
completely
gets
out
sick
of
of
this.
Jordy Tate.
I'm completely out of the loop here. Please, fill me in.
We're talking about the judge of the Game Awards saying that, if Bayonetta won, that they would quit.
Yeah, I have the direct
what a
quote.
faggotron.
Thank goodness
Which,
Dragon Age won. If Bayonetta 2 was named Game of the Year, I would have had to quit.
well, let's be honest here. There's nothing wrong with that. It's a judge, pointing out their opinion. And while it is biased, a judge is allowed, that's how a judge works. They choose, they choose what they believe is better. So I don't see anything personally wrong with that, other than it was kind of a hateful thing to say.
Well,
consider the fact that these judges are not supposed to judge their games based on their ideals, or they actually have to measure the games based on their merit, on their gameplay, on their story, on their stuff. So
we're making an assumption as to the reason that they said that. We don't know the reason. It could have been, that judge saw that the merits they saw the merits for Dragon Age were a lot more merits than Bayonetta, or it could have been,
I have a tweet in front of me. He says, "I'm appalled that it's come to this. Stop GamerGate 2014. So the leering over-sexualization of Bayonetta isn't pandering. It's empowering. Whatever."
Okay.
I still fail to see how Bayonetta is anything sexual.
So he's an SJW.
Because she's not dressed like a nun.
Yeah, exactly.
But so are not the character. What about Dragon Age? Those characters are clad in less than Bayonetta was in Bayonetta 2.
I've learned to try. I know it can be tempting to try to make sense of a lot of what they say. It's just an undue migraine. My boyfriend was trying to figure out the whole thing with, wait a minute. So these girls are so these SJWs that you get that are going against you guys, they seem to blame white straight men for stuff, right? Yep. Yet they are dating men who are supposedly straight and cisgender. Yep. Then what's the problem?
Yep.
I can give you an insider. I can give you an insider view of that because I used to subscribe to that line of thought.
Oh boy.
No.
I actually really want to hear this.
Yeah, I'm dead serious. I used to be that type of person growing up, and
I am so sorry.
Well, it's a fact of life. I wouldn't trade it for the world. It was a growing experience that led me to where I'm at now. But the big thing with them is normal society subscribes to an A leads to B type of causality. You have to have, A leads directly to the next letter, B. That's not what they subscribe to. They subscribe to an A leads to Z mentality. That, because A happened, somewhere down the line through the alphabet, Z is going to happen. That's where they get the idea that's where the whole feels over facts thing comes from. Because A happened, because, there was the one scene where Anita deliberately killed the prostitutes in Hitman, they get the feeling that, well, this can happen way down the road if we let it stay the way it is.
Even if you actually watch the video and you can see in her video she's being penalized for killing that stripper.
Oh yeah. Yeah, but that's how these people work, and they take it to that extreme, and it's a big sense of narcissism that comes from it. It's most of these people are very, very narcissistic. It's yeah, there's a lot of internal thinking, and it comes from it comes from a mentality. They honestly don't believe they're doing anything wrong. They really don't. The way they see the world is the right way, and they grew up in a mentality. A lot of these people grew up in a mentality like myself, where I grew up in this mentality because I was sheltered. My family sheltered me growing up, so my only interaction with the real world was really through books and through protected means of viewing, like specific shows or specific readings, what I was presented specifically as a portrayal of the world,
right.
Which this is like kind of like revolves around the history idea, the victor writes the history and stuff. It's the same thing here. It's how it's presented. These people
I can understand that. I can understand that.
People have been presented this idea growing up that this is how the way the world is, and they're presented this, especially in this generation. Everybody's been presented the idea that the world is painted in a negative light. Everything about the world's negative. That's the way it is. And when they reflect on it with their own life, you know, their own life has been nothing but pleasantries. You know, a couple of negative things here and there because that's the way life is. But for the most part, you know, like Zoe Quinn, you know, Anita especially, Jonathan McIntosh. I mean, all Lifshitz, all these people have led a very, very, you know, comfortable life.
You just answered a question that I've had about them for a really long time now, so thank you for that. I have to ask though, is that part of the reason that A, they seem to think that we're stupid and not going to catch certain things, and B, is that why they seem to have absolutely no problem with telling a woman who is against third wave feminism that they should get raped or beaten up so that they can understand why they need feminism?
They subscribe. Well, it's kind of a mentality of, you know, we all know that they subscribe to the ends justify the means. The way they see it is, you know, it's their duty to change the world. Nothing's wrong with them. It's their duty to change the world. You know, that's the way they were raised by their parents and by society. You know,
right.
And
almost like the privileged white people don't seem to understand that, you know, they're talking about themselves.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah, and that's exactly it. I mean, like, I'll be completely honest. You know, I was growing up. I was, you know, the most SJW fucking dude you could think of. You know, I was very narcissistic. I was a complete asshole. You know, I projected a lot without ever realizing it. And you know, this is one of the things that will always 100%. You want to wipe out SJWs. You want to wipe out that mentality. Knock the USA into a third world country. That will do it. When you subject these people to true hardships where they have no option but to think inwards about what their actions are directly causing them, that's when you break that mentality and people start seeing the world. You know, you start lifting the veil. That's what happened to me. You know, it wasn't until, I didn't have it very bad either. You know, it wasn't until, I pretty much defriended every person I ever knew because I was just a dick and I didn't realize it.
Okay, I was actually going to ask what made you kind of, turn around, I guess, so to speak.
I mean, that's pretty much it. Between not having any friends, and I was so sheltered growing up. Like, when I didn't get my driver's license till I was 18. My mother, she didn't do, I can't say she did anything wrong raising me. She just sheltered me. And I didn't get to really do anything until I was 18. Then I was out in the world had no idea how to do anything, didn't know how to file taxes. I was a cuck child. Like, the first fight I got into, was when I was 18. It was at a school, and I had to have my mother come with me to talk to the principal on campus about it. Like, that's how fucking cuckheld I was. And it wasn't until I got out on my own and started realizing the way the world was through my own eyes. These people have to experience it on their own. You can't explain stuff to them. They have to experience it firsthand. That's you can lead the horse to water, but you can't make it drink. You need to show them.
I don't know. I mean, I've tried understand. I really have. I've tried understanding that mentality. Maybe it's because my background was radically different, and I've been pretty much fighting my entire life. That could be it. I don't know, but a lot of the reason I brought up them saying stuff like that. Having been in an abusive marriage, having been abused as a kid, I cannot fathom why anyone would think that is an okay thing to say. And I just can't wrap my head around it.
In retrospect, my life when I grew up, the biggest problem I had in my life was, why did mommy give more attention to one of my siblings than me? I mean, like I said, I wouldn't trade my life, for anything. It's the stepping stones that lead to who we are. And you can't change that. You should never want to change that. The moment you regret anything you did, there's a problem.
And that basically, for me, explains why they are so detached from reality. I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I think my life hasn't been the easiest one because of certain medical issues and because I live in a third world country. But essentially, come up to if my mom or someone else tells me something that I want to believe, like you are so special, you are a snowflake, you are the future protector of the world, something like that. And when I confront that with reality, with the real world outside, I will actually see that it's not that easy. It's never that easy. You are actually based on the real world on your merits,
Yes.
not on who you are.
Yes, you see, yeah, that's exactly it. These people, and this is directly responsible to these parents taking this mentality that kids can't do anything wrong. You know, you never punish your kids. You never tell them what they've done wrong. You only present
God,
them the
I hate
positive.
that. I hate.
This is the result of that. You know, our generation is having to deal with this problem evolving. And, you know,
someone you just joined. Hello.
Good evening.
Hey, Brian, how are you?
Hey!
My apologies, I was at work and I only just returned. I
That's
would have been
fine.
here.
Don't worry.
Since it's being posted in the comments, you know, I think it would be nice to get back on topic. We're talking about GTA 5 and the whole Mercedes versus. I don't want to say Mercedes versus Pac-Man because
it's just.
it wasn't. It was not a Mercedes versus
I
Pac-Man.
mean, they're on the same side, so it's not really adversarial in nature.
Well, I mean, he's more neutral, and okay, Pac-Man started following me on Twitter a short while ago, and nice guy, really nice guy. And I hate to see that he's getting all this crap for trying to remain neutral and talk to both sides. He's been equally tough with both sides, equally asking both sides some very tough questions. And yet for them, because, he's not coddling them, it's a hit piece. He's abusing them, and he gets all of this hatred thrown at him for doing his job. That just disgusts me to no end.
You know,
But you have to remember that these people believe in listen and believe. They don't question everything. So if you actually come with any legitimate criticism, it's considered harassment because you are not adopting their mentality.
I'd actually be interested to hear from Patman what his views on Gamergate are now, like personally, because when he started off, he claimed to be neutral, and he was far more neutral than anyone else. But he said that he was slightly leaning more towards the anti side. But given all the vitriol and abuse that he's got from the antis, just for being neutral, I'd really like to know, on a personal level, if he's actually changed his mind, whether he's become more anti or more pro, because I suspect, that he'd be more pro. But
could you guys put me up to date with the whole Pac-Man versus Mercedes situation?
There's not really a versus. He did an interview with her.
Pretty sure.
Yes, it was not a versus. It was pretty much Pac-Man touched on why able gamers, why able gamers didn't do the charity, and Mercedes, said, well, it's my fault. I didn't clarify to make sure that they knew that this wasn't GG affiliated. This was her independently doing a charity with her organization. And then it actually came out on the interview. She is filing a 501.3. She's going to become a charity with Frederick, and they're going to help. They're going to donate, or the charity that's coming up, they're donating to the TFYC. And so all that, the January thing, the webcam thing, that's going to go to the TFYC. They already said that they're willing to accept it, and we know how they are. They're not going to pull this crap.
Yeah. I thought it was a great interview, personally.
It was very good.
Yeah, I've become a bit of a fan of hers. I had heard of her every now and then, before all this, but I mean, just watching all her interviews and reading a lot of her posts and whatnot, I've just become a bit of a fan of hers. And I'm not even a huge fan of porn.
She actually answers a lot of her tweets if you go to her Twitter.
Mm-hmm. Oh,
she's amazing. I'm a big fan, to be honest. I'm really biased towards her.
Well, she is the perfect woman to break the stereotype on the industry because, she knows what's going on. She touched that on the Pac-Man show. She knows what's going on in the industry. Nobody's, everybody knows the sex industry has this persona that the only people in it are dumb women. That's just what they do. It's just dumb women selling. Yeah, she used to work. She said she was in technology for like 7 years doing STEM work and stuff. And she's got degrees. She's got a master's degree, I think she said.
Yeah, she's like myself. She's a master engineer, and it's quite comical. I know a few people who've got masters in engineering who are in strange professions, as it were, that are not classically acceptable. And I think it's remarkable. If you watch the interview, I don't really think Pac-Man does hit pieces. I think he asks honest questions that journalists should ask. So he doesn't want to be the news himself. He wants to ask the question that is the news. And when he asked any controversial questions, what's always been the case with GamerGate supporters, and the same with Herrera, is they just answer it like normal people, knowing it's a normal question. They don't assume bad intent. Because he's a journalist asking a legitimate question. Of course, most journalists now don't act that way. They tell you what you want to hear. They've got pre-approved questions lists. And that's a bigger problem than someone asking a truthful, honest question.
The only thing I don't like about Pac-Man is he cuts everyone off before they're done explaining.
Well, he does it. You have to understand the context he does it in. He has a very direct line of thought that he's trying to travel down on his interviews, because they're all done live. You can tell there's no editing. They're all done live in one take, and well, not live. They're all recorded in one take, and he has a very direct line of questioning he wants to go down, and he has it. He does ask a lot of hard and honest questions, but they are pre-planned, and they are, they're planned to lead down a thought process.
Yeah, but I think he was kind of easy on Arthur Chu because he ranted for 40 minutes.
Yeah, he was very easy on Arthur Chu. Like, he's been easy on Arthur Chu the whole time, even though Arthur Chu's been nothing but a dickhead to him.
Well, I mean, it's kind of hard not to be easy to somebody who is, like, emotionally and mentally unstable.
Yeah.
I mean, he hasn't really done much for himself to prove that he isn't clinically insane, but, I mean, I'd like to give him the benefit of the doubt. It's just that everything that he says is...
Well, we know he's thirsty for Joey.
Oh!
Telling it like
Dude!
Whoa! Someone's got some big balls to say shit.
Holy shit, I can't believe you just said that.
You want to verify that, bud?
Oh, buddy, you don't want to question what I'm gonna say.
Do it. Just fucking say it. I want to hear this.
Oh God.
What happened?
Oh God.
She was talking about how
thirsty for Zoe.
Yeah, Chu's thirsty for Zoe. I mean, look at how many times. I think somebody clocked it. It was like 46 times in that interview. He name dropped Zoe.
It was all like, my Zoe.
Even David Pac-Man he kind of let him go for a minute, and then he goes, "Why are you talking about Zoe Quinn? I wasn't even mentioning her."
But you were gonna bring it up. I'm like, no, I wasn't.
No, I wasn't. That's you're the one that keeps. You guys are the ones that keep bringing her up.
I remember in one of his videos, Mike Krenovich just showed up and said, "Arthur, she isn't going to fuck you."
Oh God, I remember that. That was fucking hilarious.
Well, we all know why. It's because he's not a game reviewer.
Exactly.
Oh. Wow. Or a game judge.
Just throwing it out there. I'm a game reviewer, and I definitely do not want anything with Zoe Quinn.
Oh.
You have something called standards.
Oh, yeah, that's very true.
I love how this conversation just started going. Holy shit, this is hilarious. Hello to the new person that joined in.
Yeah, definitely don't want anything to do with AIDS. That'd be great.
Oh, dude.
I
Hey, now
prefer to
let's be
keep my
honest.
dick in one piece. All right.
We don't know if that's true or not.
Uh,
Don't
Who knows?
say
He's probably
slanderous
riddled
things.
Oh,
Who
slander.
knows? He's probably
things.
riddled with STDs, bro.
Yeah, bruh.
in order to get the conversation back to topic, the whole Evil Gamers situation and the Mercedes situation actually got me pretty heated up personally because I am a disabled myself, and I know that disabled need all the support they can get. So it's actually baffling to me to see how charities are so picky with the supporters who are able to give them money or something else.
Well, I mean, this isn't the first time this has happened, right? Before GamerGate became GamerGate, back when it was a conspiracy thing, there was this whole thing with 4chan got a lot of money and was trying to donate to, I think it was colon cancer research. I can't remember, but they got a lot of money
Your
together.
butt hurt.
Yeah, the charity sent all the money back the moment they found out it came from 4chan.
Yeah.
4chan?
Well, this is
Okay, let me rephrase that. Half-chan.
Yeah, this is another situation of SJWs having too much pull. I mean, for too long, everybody's been complacent, saying, oh, well, it won't be too bad, it won't be too bad. And now these, SJWs have gotten their claws in everything, and people are afraid. I mean, you go a decade back, it wouldn't have been a question. It would have been about what the money's for, not who it came from.
Right. On that topic, going to a news point, the whole thing with the GTA 5, I mean, here's my thing. It came out over a year ago, and you're just now freaking out about it. And now people in Canada are trying to... They've been passing around this petition to get the same thing done in Canada. And I remember the day it happened, I was on Kotaku in Action, and a couple of people were saying, well, this has nothing to do with GamerGate or America or anything, I don't think we should look into it. And I said, no, I disagree, because if we let them get away with this in Australia, they're going to start coming and trying to do this in other countries, and they're trying to do it in Canada now. So,
good luck.
I mean,
No, I don't know about you guys, but I always look forward to Polygon releasing stupid articles complaining about American developers forcing American culture into Australia, since it's a Scottish developer making a parody of American culture for fun.
I seriously want to
It's like your game reviewers, you don't even know who the people that make the biggest games are.
I seriously want to know I seriously want to know their opinion of the anime Panty and Stocking with Garter Belt, because it's an anime that has a very
No. What?
It's called Panty and Stocking with Garter Belt. To quote one of the reviewers on YouTube, the art style resembles Powerpuff Girls on crack. It is very westernized. If you haven't seen it, it's freaking hilarious. The entire thing is dick jokes, sex jokes, just this, that, and the other.
So basically a grown-up anime.
Basically, but the art style looks a lot like Powerpuff Girls, Dexter's Lab, and it is just
catering to the 90s kid.
It is hilarious. It is
from what I understand.
It's hilarious.
From what I understand,
westernized.
The creators of Panty and Stocking actually were inspired by the American show Drawn Together, where they happened to be viewing it in their hotel room, and they looked at each other and they're like, well, American producers can get away with this, what kind of shit can we do?
Yeah, Drawn Together was actually pretty fucking good. I'm actually looking forward to starting Panties.
If I recall correctly, Target actually released like a disclosure thingy saying that it is only going to be a GTA 5. It is not gonna be any more games rated M or R.
Well, here's the thing. In Australia, the ratings are different, and there is now a store, I can't remember which one, but there is now a store that refuses to sell any game that is rated for 18 and over. And now from what I hear, other stores are thinking about adopting that. But real quick, I'm going to post the review.
They do realize that if they do that, their game price, or like their store in general, is going to plummet with their fucking sales.
Yeah, but
the best thing about digital distribution is it's become the ultimate hedge against censorship.
Yep.
Yeah. But then again, I mean, Australia's had a history of censorship anyway. There was a whole thing where they wanted to ban porn that had women with anything less than a C cup. So.
Jesus fuck.
And I'm sadly not even joking. That was a thing for a while.
Man,
Actually,
really
they banned
with some pussies.
Yeah, they banned some
The
stuff.
Darkness. They banned a game called The Darkness based on a Top Cow comic, which is essentially a mafioso getting possessed by the devil.
Yeah,
Didn't
but
Britain just
I've really filled with such pussies. I swear.
I know, right?
Didn't Britain just ban porn with extreme acts of violence with air quotes?
No, they
Yeah.
banned rape
with female
fantasies.
ejaculation. For
But
God's
I
No,
believe they
there
also
was-
banned various more benign things.
Yeah, they banned
like
face
videos
sitting
of
and shit like that.
spanking, yeah, face sitting and BDSM stuff, and it's just like, are you fucking serious right now? It doesn't harm anyone unless you're in
Not
the
only-
group and you're
Not
one
only
of
that,
the
but you have the internet.
Even then, they got a fucking safety word.
Man, just wait until that place is until the rape levels go off the chart. But
Yeah, with the mental rape and fart rape and fucking
Sorry,
backwards
sorry, no.
upside down
Saying
wiping
yes
my
is still
ass rape.
Side note, I think the funniest safe word I have ever had is banana green SpongeBob. Just saying.
check.
That's very enlightening.
Well, I don't know.
Like I said, I've heard shit. But yeah, I mean, that was the thing, and so I'm not entirely surprised to hear about the censorship. I was inspired, not inspired, but I was surprised by who kickstarted it in a way. I really shouldn't, but I mean, it just sucks. I feel bad that, they're Australian gamers having to deal with that. It sucks, And a lot of people use video games as an outlet. I know I do. That's why I love fighting games. It helps me get aggression out. And so, the fact that some people are losing their outlet like that just really angers me.
There is actually an Hispanic writer. I know it's not very much on topic, but he said that he was talking to his friend, and he said that they should ban alcohol because of all the drunk drivers' deaths that occur. But but his friend said something like, "Imagine if they ban cigarettes or alcohol. Imagine the outrage that will happen." And
As a smoker, yeah, I would be pissed.
Yes.
Well, that's that A to Z argument right there.
Yep.
Like, people don't care about the consumer anymore. They don't care about the little guys. They just care about what they think is correct. For me, at least. That's how I see things right now.
Well, I mean, why would they care about the consumer when they're right and the consumers are wrong?
Wasn't like a business model? The consumer was always right, or something like that.
Customer
Yeah,
is always right.
Yeah.
That has
Yes.
I've noticed that slowly diminish.
What happened to that? We need
People
that
don't
right
care
now.
anymore. Yeah, dude, even just in general, people need that. I mean, oh man, I went to the Dollar Tree earlier, and the cashier was giving me a weird look because I was getting this My Little Pony puzzle. Said that she thought that, adults watching MLP was weird, and that's when her boss told her that he watched it too. So, but I mean, it's just, that's in general. It seems like people don't care about the customer anymore. People really don't give a shit, and I hate that.
It's becoming less and less common for sure. Like, like with the My Little Pony things, especially. That was unintentional. That it was really catered to the male demographic,
Right. Or
but
adults in general.
yeah, you got to give her credit that she did start catering the show towards what her demographic became.
Yeah, Lauren Faust, yeah. Well, I mean, she left after the second season, so.
Yeah.
But I mean, yeah, there were a lot of things and that was one of the things that got me interested in it, was that it was actually a smart show. I didn't feel like I was being talked down to, and I could watch this with my boyfriend's nieces and get the same level of enjoyment out of it. the thing is, the fact that the whole conversation I felt was hilarious, but that wasn't the point. That wasn't the thing that really upset me. It was the fact that, why do you care? Because she's like, you know, I've seen you come in here a few times and you tend to get funny stuff. I guess your kids really like the show. And I'm like, actually, it's for me. Why should it matter? It was a little $1 puzzle in a tin.
I don't give a shit. If you're buying it, my job is to sell you it, not to question your motivation.
Exactly. Exactly. And
That's
I
what
mean,
people are
just
forgetting.
right, and just, you know, especially with customer service. I mean, you call customer service and it's a joke more often than not nowadays. They don't care about the customer. They don't care about the people that are buying their product, which is, you know, I've been seeing this. This is some of the crap that started GamerGate too. You know, these sites just chat all over the very people that were basically paying them. They don't care anymore, and it's this lack of caring that really angers me.
They don't understand that aspect, and well, let's be honest. I can't say that they don't understand it. What I can say is they don't believe that they're no longer. They can't believe that they're paid by us anymore. They are honestly in disbelief because of we don't know how much money they've been getting through these underhanded things. You know, paying for reviews, doing this and that. You know.
Well, we know Gawker's lost some millions of dollars because of, you know, an ad revenue. Yeah. We know that for a fact.
Yeah, you know, I think it's more of a sense they believe that this is the way that media is supposed to go. You know, it's no longer about presenting. You know, it's no longer about trying to pull in readership to, you know, to pay you know, their employees. It's about being paid directly from the developers, which, you know, that is the developer's fault, 100%.
Yeah, I think also this is I really have to say that I think that this has kind of made a lot of sites, like, you know, we were talking earlier about sites that went and changed their ethics policies, like The Escapist. I mean, they read what we were saying and they're like, you know what, yeah, you guys are right, we messed up. And now you have sites like, you have really cool sites like TechRaptor and Niche Gamer, little, you know, hole-in-the-wall sites that actually really do care. And I do kind of have to agree with the, you know, they've kind of gotten I guess a big head about it, and they don't look at us as we're the ones that are paying them now. But in a way, I think, you know, yeah, this was going to happen. I think it needed to happen because there are a lot of really good sites and artists or whatever that are now starting to get the respect and attention that they deserve. I am happy for that.
Yeah, you know, it's just like you said, it was going to happen regardless.
Remember?
Like the Ferguson thing. This isn't a, you know, a year thing. This is something that's been in the decades making.
Yeah.
Remember that interview when one of the EA AAA developers said that in the industry right now, journalists are the rock stars, the rock stars. They were the kind of the center of the industry, and that's kind of fucked up because what a journalist should do is be in the bridge between the developers and the consumers.
Right.
And that's probably where they've got this idea from, that, you know, their word is law, that they can say, you know, gamers are dead and not think there'd be any comeback from it. They've deluded themselves into this belief that they're the center of their world, and, you know, no one's really stood up to them and said, well, actually, no, you're not, until now. And it's come as a massive shock to them, and that can only be a good thing. And I think, you know, while a lot of sites are going to pay the price for their recklessness and hubris, the other side of it is that these smaller sites, the Tech Raptors, the niche gamers, etc., are going to get more visits, more revenue, and you know, the games media industry will actually grow from that. It will become better and more diverse. So, you know, all things considered, the whole GamerGate thing can only be a good thing.
Yeah, you know, something really just occurred to me while you were saying that. I mentioned earlier that, you know, this movement has brought a lot of people together who honestly would have no reason to talk to each other, and in some cases hated each other. I don't think they were expecting us to put our crap to the side and get together like we have. I think that might have come as a huge surprise.
Yeah.
Yeah, very true.
Yeah, I
They,
think
you know,
that's a very good point to make. A lot of us think of us like juvenile assholes who want to punch each other because we play on different systems.
But that's kind of the internet. Everybody's kind of dumb in the internet when you actually think about it.
Well,
Yeah.
in arguments, yes, but when it comes to actual shit that's going down, people are going to throw out those petty things out the window and do some shit.
Right.
Well, here's a perfect example of what, like, a perfect example of this is like the bits of infighting that we're now seeing. Now that we've gotten somewhere and this has essentially become more or less a permanent community, we're starting to see people that, we've gotten a lot of stuff that we've wanted to accomplish done. We've gotten a lot of ethics changes. We got FTC investigating. There's possible tax fraud. There's possible chances of tax fraud for feminist frequency, which is a massive thing.
Oh yeah, I read about that.
Yeah.
That would be
Yeah.
awesome.
But everybody's boiled down and everybody's going back to not having one direct goal, and people are now starting to try to engage people on one-on-one, and it's caused a little bit of infighting, but people don't understand that that's just the nature of any community. As you get new people coming in, it takes them getting used to how the community is.
Yeah, I'm having kind of issues with Kata Swag. She's kind of being butthurt at everyone that disagrees with her. Like saying dumb shit like, oh, criticism doesn't have to be... I won't listen to criticism that isn't nice.
Yes, I've noticed this Kata Swag person
What?
over the past few days, and
Yeah.
2 days ago I said to them, yeah, maybe you should chill out for a week.
Wait, who's saying this?
Someone
Kata
called
Swag.
Kata Keys,
Oh
who
my
has a little
God.
kind of blonde-haired Santa wig-wearing.
Yeah, I kind of got
avatar.
clashed with her about airport.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay,
Really,
here's-
all they're doing is flip-flopping this way and that over the past week, and there's been a few people like that.
Yeah, I
think
called her out
it's,
on her hypocrisy about it because she's all like, "Oh, airport's a cunt," and then I'm all like, "Wait, didn't you just say you can't? Didn't you just say you won't listen to criticism that doesn't insult you?"
Look, there's a difference between just plain mean criticism and constructive criticism. But in general, even I've gotten some pretty mean criticism on some of my stuff too. But I look at it and I'm like, okay, well, you know what? There's obviously something I can improve on.
Yeah,
Exactly.
I think it's a little bit complicated. There was someone in one of the Facebook groups bleating off about this, that, the other, and what you tend to find with these people is they're quite happy to post about the frustrations that they've sent 2 emails and they haven't got a response, because GamerGate's now in month 4. And by this point in time, both sides of the argument, and they are sides despite what people say, have taken certain actions which were obvious to them. The low-hanging fruit has been grabbed, and once the low-hanging fruit has been grabbed, the next thing that happens is the sides then jostle for position. So we're in this kind of jostling mode where people are engaging, looking for weakness, pointing it out, trying to swing people around. It's no longer about just filling a void that is empty. So a lot of these people are there complaining that they can't just fill a void, and they're seeing competition. Most of them are pretty young, or most of them are very impatient, is what I'm observing.
Yes, impatience is a big problem.
Why am I not getting everything now? Because it doesn't happen now. You need to sit on it for 6 months, a year, 10 years sometimes to get
I
change.
blame casual games for that.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm sure they're all playing Revolution
Fucking
60 on their
casuals.
iPods.
that came to that.
That's saying that you could get somebody to actually buy it.
Wow, yeah, wouldn't be me.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie, I've been half tempted to play it just to see. I know I'd probably wind up stabbing myself in the eye with a rusty butter knife a few times by the time it's over, but
From,
you know.
from
I
what
remember
I've seen,
I remember seeing someone convince Panda Lee to give it to Dark Side Phil. I'm like,
Oh
oh boy.
God.
from
Oh
what I've
boy.
it's pretty much I don't know if you guys ever remember like I know it was on the 3DO if anybody ever remembers that system.
Oh
Mhm.
God.
There was a
Oh God,
dungeon
that's
there was
it.
a dungeon quest game where it was pretty much it was just a video where you had to correctly press the inputs as the video went or your character would die. I forget what the name of that game was. It was like a dungeon adventure game with a whimsical knight.
Oh, I know what you're talking about. I can't think of the name of it either.
Yeah, that's what Revolution 60 looks like it's like. Because all the videos, all the pictures I've seen of it are like videos of it and then like stupid little like QuickTime action inputs and stuff.
Dude, I could shit out a better character sketch in my sleep.
Well, you know she's racist, right?
Yeah, I am fully aware.
Did you see the post earlier where someone had picked up that all of her "I left my house, I was so harassed"?
Yes, yes, we
All
were
of
actually
them were
talking
in the
about
same room
that.
in her
We
house.
were talking about that before the stream started up. I've been looking into it. I have all the videos downloaded, and I've been looking at them. I'm thinking about making my own video about it. Yeah, they are absolutely right.
Yeah, no, Frederick actually dropped that in the debate today, by the way.
He did, yeah, I saw it.
Yeah,
I
if
have not
anybody
seen
Al
it.
see that.
Jazeera.
Yeah, he dropped it in the debate about Brianna being a liar. And I also want to point out, I had the discussion, one of my secret Skype cabals, don't kill me. You know, I personally believe that this is why Nero held that. Remember that hit piece that he was going to put out on Woo? That he stopped because, well, we assume it's Woo because, he never actually said who it was, but he said he had a hit piece and he was going to put it out, but he didn't want to because the person it was about said that they were going to commit suicide if this piece was dropped. I think that's what that piece was about. Nero probably knew that this was fake a while ago, just like Cernovich knew because, they have resources to get like PIs and stuff.
He did name names, but I remember he explicitly stated that someone who had claimed that she had ran out of her house was lying. And with what I've seen, all this stuff from the past 24 hours, I'm really starting to think it's her. I don't want to assume, but I can't help but think he was talking about her.
Mm-hmm.
But again, I mean, if she was lying about the whole thing, it basically means that everyone who interviewed her was complicit in pushing the lie, and that's almost unbelievable.
I don't know. It's possible that they didn't really know or pay attention.
They ignored it at the very least.
You would think they'd know that they were
all the
turning
counter
up to her
criticism.
house. I mean,
they ignored all the blatant signs for pushing a headline, and that's exactly what happened.
I mean, a couple of guys in the news have explicitly stated they want to push. They know that GamerGate is more than just the harassment crap, but they want to push the harassment angle because it gets some more clicks, it gets some more views, and thus it gets some more money. They don't care if she was telling the truth. It got them money. That's all they really cared about.
Yep.
Yeah, there's a difference between like suspecting that she's lying and actually helping her push the lie. I mean, that is like not just her pushing her own story, but them actually actively helping her and like blatantly lying to the people that are reading their news stories. It's so tempting to believe it because it would just prove her to be an out-and-out liar, but I find it so difficult to believe that they'd all be complicit and no one would raise any sort of red flags about it. But then, given the state that the game journalism's in at the moment, maybe they did.
You got to understand too. The publications that the mainstream media and the press that she went to, that's not all the press. That's a minority of the press.
Yeah.
There's a lot of press outlets out there. A lot of smaller ones. She managed to get some of the bigger ones, and we've known everybody knows that the three big ones, MSNBC, Fox News, and CNN, they're all owned by the same company. They all push the same agenda. It's just, it's just catered to their type of viewer.
Well, not only that, it's been proven that Recode is a business partner of MSNBC. So, I mean, you got that. Real quick, I want to thank Chris. I want to say hi to Chris, who just joined the chat.
Hey guys.
Yeah, it's all these different publications. Like every single one that she went on, we as GamerGate, as a community, discovered connections. Like every single one, there was a journalist member on.
Yep. The only one I really have to say that, I even slightly believed was Huffington Post, and that's only because, I mean, they even brought Hot Wheels on. They didn't have to do that. God knows the other channels didn't do that.
Yeah.
They brought him on, so I have to give them credit for that one.
Yeah, Ricky Cam gave us a fair shake there.
And then he went up and turned on Georgina. That was kind of scummy.
Just gonna go back on the topic, unless we're gonna move on. Do you think the SJW is going to spread to the US and try to take any games of any shelves or any other place?
I definitely think they're going to try. They might succeed once or twice, but...
Yeah, I think they're definitely going to try. They've got a taste of victory in Australia, and they're going to push it as hard as they can. I don't think they'd succeed because it's blatant censorship, and I don't think anyone will stand for it. But they'll try.
It depends. It depends on how long Anita lasts out. Because I actually went and looked at those tax documents. And when she filed her charity aid, and when she filed her charity status in 2013 in July, was when she was declared. She only claimed she went into that charity with $5,000, and she claimed that her charity only receives under $50,000 a year, which we know that's false because she received $160,000 in 2012, which she did not claim on her taxes. So it's a matter of how quickly the IRS comes down on her, because they are going to come down on that, because that's, $160,000 in tax fraud is not that puts you at the top of the list for IRS. That pretty much trumps just about everything.
Real quick, I'm not sure who it's coming from. I'm hearing a lot of background noise coming from someone. It sounds like a TV's going and silverware and stuff.
That's definitely not me then.
Yeah, it's not me. I've been muted unless I'm talking.
Can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, we can hear you now.
Yep.
Thanks. Hey guys.
What's up?
Hola,
Can you guys
amigo.
hear me?
I mean, if and when Anita, ends up landing in a giant tax fraud case, that's when, SJWs will fall, because they're built up. It's a cult. Everyone knows this. They're a cult in every aspect. One of the few things that KOP gave us was 12 out of 15 Jordy Tate.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that. But even if she does get done for tax fraud, I really don't see that the SJWs will turn on her. They'll make excuses for her. They'll perform all sorts of mental gymnastics as to why she shouldn't be charged.
It's not about turning on her. It's about the perception to the world. I mean,
fair enough.
you will never change an SJW, as I said. From personal experience, you will never change who they are, because they are raised to believe that the world is wrong, not them. It's not until they are down on their luck that they have to experience it themselves. They have to experience firsthand true hardship for that perception to change. All you can do is, point and laugh at them, which, we do. Well, I do. I'm not going to speak for anyone else, but I do.
I do.
And, you have to focus on the neutrals. And, you have to focus on the neutrals and the people that aren't, or the moderates. And
Sure.
this will destroy that image to moderates and neutrals if they find out the big person that everyone's been rallying behind is a proven con artist that did nothing but use this movement to make a quick dollar.
Yeah, can't wait for the video she puts out where she blames it all on the patriarchy to trying to take her down. But did you guys see a post a few weeks ago, maybe last week, maybe the week before, where Anita Sarkeesian was actually associated with an actual known con artist, some guy who...
Jonathan McIntosh?
No, this was
Also
another one. No, this was another one who I can't remember what he was doing. It was something to do like trying to talk women into sleeping with you or something like that. It was some really
Oh
dodgy.
God, yes, the pickup line guy.
Yeah. I mean, is that just the height of hypocrisy or what?
Well, not only that, he explicitly calls women sluts in that book. I found a PDF of it and read some of it, and I was freaking offended by the thing. And it takes a lot to offend me.
Yeah, and if presumably the SJWs must know about this, they must have, have some idea, and they can still excuse it somehow, or just kind of ignore it as though it never happened.
Pretty much, because he's on their side. They're willing to I mean, with the. I can't think of his name right now, but about a year ago, one of the game developers who was accused of rape, guess who wrote his apology letter? Zoe Quinn.
No way.
Uh-huh.
Wow. Wait, what?
Okay.
Look
Do
for it,
you have a
but,
link for that, yeah?
KSS, though? What did you say?
Oh, you kind of dropped out.
Who dropped out?
Brian, I think.
Damn it, Brian.
Yeah, I kind of derped. What just happened? What were you talking about?
Zoe Quinn writing an apology rape letter thing.
Can someone link that? Wait, guys, can someone link that? I gotta read that.
I'm looking for it right now.
Okay.
Well, but in the meantime, we were talking about how the SGWs are trying to take off games off the shelves. If there's anything you want to talk about there, or we want to move on.
Has there been any other places where the SJWs or whatever have been trying to take games off, like any other countries, or has it just...
They're trying Canada right now, but good luck with that.
What about Sweden? Aren't they trying to do that shit?
Nah, I would have...
They would probably succeed.
So didn't they actually make the petition itself out to Rockstar Games rather than the Canadian government, though? So they're actually trying to get Rockstar Games to not sell their own game rather than trying to get the government to prevent it.
Yeah, the government won't do it. The government will not do that because that is censorship, and there's laws against that. Let's be honest here. The only, the SJWs, they don't acknowledge this, no matter how much you press it at them. But the only places where they have gotten actual ground, like Target and Kmart in Australia, the interviews that they've gotten. They are all places that have already been under SJW influence. And, it's just a matter of them this is just a matter of them flaunting their powers, what they're doing. They're trying to flaunt their power and play bluff. And that's all it is. They have no real power. They have an illusion of power. All they're doing is playing their cards out.
Yeah, well, I'm from Australia, and we've had problems with censorship here for a long time. Like recently, we've only just, in the last couple of years, been able to have R-rated 18-plus games on shelves in Australia. And even still, games still get censored, like Left 4 Dead 2 was censored with blood and dead bodies.
Yeah, and the hands
South
on
Park,
the cover.
Yeah, the South Park game was censored because of the anal probing scenes and all sorts of stuff like that.
That's one of the greatest games, though.
Yeah, the both Kmart and Target over here are owned by the same company.
Yes, they are.
SJW Incorporated?
Nice.
It's like the Farmers Market Union.
Yeah, well, while we're touching the subject, have you guys heard about because Target and Kmart have taken off GTA 5, they want to ban the Bible as well?
No,
Yeah, I saw the petition for that actually.
yeah, that was a pro GG petition.
Yeah, the petition was created by someone saying, okay, if you don't want to sell media that at your Target that has violence and sex in it, don't sell the Bible. I'm still looking for an article, but I got the guy's name. It's Max Timken.
It should be pointed out that the Bible thing, Target made a statement about that. They don't carry the Bible anyways.
Check.
It was a nice idea.
And mate.
Yeah.
Perhaps we should petition that they shouldn't allow people to walk around their stores if they are with someone with the opposite sex in case of a misdemeanor. So they should have like a female section and a male section, just in case. And they will need a curtain to divide them to stop thought crimes where women and men can look at each other and have sexual thoughts. I wonder if they'd like that one.
Oh my goodness, then me and my girlfriend would be split for quite some time when we're in the store. Oof.
Yeah.
My boyfriend.
Yeah, see, that's just
I shouldn't give
that's
them
not
good ideas, should I? I shouldn't do this.
I don't know. You ever look at a female in Walmart and just think, "Damn, I'd like to ride those waves."
Yeah, certainly waves.
As an openly bisexual woman, yes, I have thought that.
There you go. See, it doesn't matter what side you're on.
Fantastic.
Might as well just wear a bloody burqa or something.
Hey, you know what? I'm not above appreciating a nice set of tits. What can I say?
There we go. See, it doesn't matter. You're gonna still have bisexual people on both sides thinking, "Damn."
Real.
Well, maybe we'll need
damn.
to. I don't know. Maybe we need to fit blindfolds to these shoppers.
No, I can't, no, just like, for some reason this just popped in my head. Into my head, I'll put my RAM stick into your hard drive.
Oh, baby. Or, you know,
Watch out, you can get a
we could
virus
go
if you're not
full.
careful.
We could go full Macintosh and just say, let's get rid of stores because everything is evil and online shopping is good.
Ooh.
Hey,
I don't
lady,
want.
get the pressure
I'm gonna
now.
interject for a second, guys. It looks like David Draymond's fixing to sign the New Year's Thunderclap.
Is he really?
Yeah, I'm looking on the.
Are you serious?
Yep, Psychokinetic is
Holy
talking him into it.
shit. Holy
Nice.
shit! Oh my god, that's awesome.
Yes. Fire rises.
For every negative, there's a positive.
Oh
For
no!
every SJW, there's 3 pro GGs. And rising.
If we don't have anything more on this topic, I have another one. I've had some people actually PMing me on Twitter, and I've had some stuff accusing people about each other. What do you think of people calling other people in GT for shills?
Call me what you want, you don't have proof.
Yeah, that's about it. There is like that's a conspiracy theorist thing, you know, that there really is no like shills per se, you know. It's that's one of the things.
It was a lot of paranoia that from the early
Yes.
days from 4chan because a lot of the mods would shit post in the boards.
That's pro GG dumbing down. That's pretty much pro GG is doing with shill what, you know, anti GG did with harassment.
Well, I mean,
You
not
know.
only that. I mean, when you have a huge gathering of people like you have here, you have people like me who's a freelance artist, and when you're part of that group, someone's going to notice your stuff and ask you off the record, hey, do you think you could do something for me? I've gotten a couple of commissions from Pro GamerGate off the record because they happen to see some of my stuff. It's going to happen.
Yeah, I've had 2 people who are kind of prominent people in GamerGate, kind of accusing each other of calling each other shills and stuff like that. I kind of.
I thought that shit ended with King Paul.
Huh?
I hope
It won't
that
end.
it ended
It's a
with King.
it's a perpetual thing. As new people come in, it's normalization. It will
It's a
always
shill off.
happen. But you got to remember that it's, we're looking at 3 or 4, maybe 5 people that are really, infighting out of fucking 40, 50,000.
Yeah, but it's just it's kind of a shame, I think, listening to what they both told me, and I won't mention their names because they pretty much said they're done with the GamerGate, both of them. But I just think it's stupid, to be honest.
It is. It is. If you're going to leave, if you're going to leave this movement because of a disagreement or consumer revolt or community or whatever you want to
Then you
label
were
it
never
as.
part of it to begin with.
You were never in it for the right reasons, and it's not really your
Exactly.
fault.
Yeah, and one of those who were accused of being a shill had a Kickstarter of his own, so take care of that what you will.
Well, I had a Kickstarter going too, but there was no support for it. It was to make an actual small 30-minute film about GamerGate, anti-GamerGate, and different views and shit like that. Didn't get funded. I don't fucking care. Just means I can do it. It's just gonna take a lot fucking longer.
Yeah, well,
That's the only problem.
this Kickstarter had some backing, so.
I think that when you've got a community as large as ours, disagreements are inevitable. You can't take people from every spectrum and every walk of life, stick them all together behind a hashtag and make them fight for the same cause. And not have disagreements between them. Of course it's going to happen. It's how you deal with it that's important, and I think everyone needs to respect that everyone else is an individual. We don't have a leader, and if someone wants to promote something, well, that's theirs. They can go and do that. It doesn't necessarily detract from the movement. Getting annoyed at other people for doing it, or feeling that you're getting angry because other people aren't supporting it is just counterproductive.
Exactly. Nobody wanted to support the small film full of facts that I was going to do, and whatever. That's their choice. I tried. I failed. What do you fucking do?
That's exactly it. No idea should be shot down.
Well,
what should happen is ideas. Present your ideas. If it's good, it will take off. That's how it. We're in a society where it's more about shooting things down than it is about building things up, and that's one of the things that GamerGate is turning around. I see it actively changing.
Exactly. Build things up. Stop tearing shit down, unless it's an old idea and full of flaws, and build it stronger.
The previous editions of GamerGate discusses, Andrew Dell streams. Myself, it was Michael from Let's Play Games.
Yeah.
We were discussing the idea of starting a Kickstarter to do crudely drawn cocks on.
That was great.
Painting.
Did that ever take off?
I don't think he ever did it, but I bet someone would have bought that, just labeling it, yeah, down with the patriarchy, $100 gets you a gold one, that kind of stuff.
Yeah, we gotta get Michael Jordan back on here.
Yeah, he couldn't come tonight. I did. I think he was going to interview Mercedes Carrera.
Oh my god, I'm a huge fan of his videos. Not gonna lie.
So he's been on 4 or 5 times already. We gotta ask if his penis idea took off.
What?
His penis idea, the crudely drawn cocks.
Yeah, that took off pretty fast, that stream. I don't know if his Kickstarter is up though, but he said he's gonna try and do it. By the way,
bad influence on people.
But while we're talking about him, he has I put it up in the chat if you guys are looking. We're gonna put it up. He has a site where he basically uses the template of Base Gamer.
I think he's gonna put up a Patreon or a Kickstarter where you can. It's kind of like a Metacritic thingy. I don't know.
Really drunk cock.
Can I just ask a quick question?
Yeah.
What do you guys think of Ace Gamer?
Think about what? Your mic's kind of low, dude.
Space Gamer.
I have donated some money to it. I want it to go because I think the person that's setting up seems pretty honest. I worry that they don't have the range of people with the correct skills to make it work. And I also worry that the amount they're asking for is very, very ambitious, even if it's an appropriate budget for such a large thing. And they haven't really defined what it is they're going to do or why. I know Sargon kind of grilled Jenny or whoever it is on it, and she wasn't really able to answer, well, how does this work? Why isn't this just Metacritic? What's better about it? And his recommendation was to go away and actually do some work on it, which was a pretty fair comment. And I haven't seen them do any more work on refining the concept, and I would like to see some refinement before I give any more cash.
Yeah, well,
I gave $20.
Yeah, because I'm kind of studying, or I know how sites can be built up, and I don't know what they're asking for, because I know how sites are kind of set up and programmed, and I don't know why they need 50K, to be honest.
That's a lot of money. And I get the idea that they may have this vision of bringing in experts to build things, but why would you start with that? You would start small and build it up, and then you don't need all the capital. What would have worked better is if they just set up a bloody Patreon asking for money and then built it gradually, and people would have then seen progress. But they didn't do that for some reason.
People are misusing Patreon extremely,
For
like
sure.
in the case of Zoe and, Zoe. And Zoe.
Okay, so I'm still trying to find an article talking about how she wrote the letter. I heard it in one of Internet Earth.
Yeah, I think I know what you mean, but
But there's a blog post, and there are links to articles that explicitly show that Patricia Hernandez claims that in his blog post, and I'm quoting here, he's being redundant and useless and non-progressive for not turning it into a big topic about how to address rape accusations. She's literally saying that he spends too much time defending himself from accusations that could ruin his life if taken to court, and not enough time apologizing for an act he straight up denies ever happened. And here is that link.
I believe rape statistically is now at a low since the 1950s in the US.
I'll
I wonder
post a
why
link in the
everyone wants to
YouTube
keep
chat
talking
too if
about
anyone
it.
wants to check it out.
How amazing egotistical.
It won't let me post it in the YouTube chat. Crap.
Well, wasn't that fun? That sucks.
But yeah, so there's that whole thing. He did make a huge apology. I'm still looking around trying to verify if he wrote it or if Zoe wrote it, because I've heard from a lot of people that Zoe wrote it. So I'm trying to find actual evidence of that.
Oh. Well, I guess we got Dead Space. Yeah, there is a project coming up for anybody who is interested. I'm part of it. We're doing a Christmas song, GamerGate Christmas songs.
Oh,
and
nice.
we're planning.
So willing to help.
Yeah, we're planning on having it out by before Christmas. Let me see if I can get you the account it's going to be on.
I'm not sure if you follow me on Twitter, but if you do, if you could PM me some of that info, that would be awesome.
I'm
Well,
going
I
to link
followed
the
you already.
Twitter account. Anyone who's interested in it, Lord. The Twitter account is GG Christmas.
GG Christmas.
Yes. And if you give me a minute, we actually have a couple songs already done.
Wow.
I can present you one of the ones that's that we're kind of shilling out for everyone else.
Who mixed them?
A bunch of there are a bunch of GGers, pretty much. It's gonna be it's a lot of good stuff. A lot of it's not holding any punches, to say the least.
Is there going to be an obligatory Twist the Night Before Christmas tribute of some sort?
Maybe if you want to help do that. I mean, like I said, if you want to help with it, just
I could
just
do a little
you know,
thing
tweet
on it
that
if you want
account. That's the official account we're doing for it. We're going to actually do. We're not sure how we're going to distribute it. It may be like a band site, but we are going to do a charity with it. It's going to be
SoundCloud.
It's going to be linked with a Mercedes thing. Any donations we get is going to go towards Mercedes things to get that one disabled gentleman a CCTV. So, let me. I gotta put it somewhere where I'm not gonna dox myself.
Too late. You're on the internet. You're already doxxed.
I know, right? Let me sign. Is there any? Give me a couple minutes here. Is there any other sites that don't require a login, like Dropbox, that I can put this on?
I would say you could upload it to like SoundCloud or something.
Yes. I'll get it uploaded on SoundCloud, and then I'll give the chat the link.
SoundCloud is what we used when I was in engineering school, so it works.
Just a quick note, if anyone who works on the GamerGate site Chrome add-on is listening, you need to add Jezebel to the list of sites that get blocked.
Oh, that should have been there in the first place.
Yeah, I'm
Yep.
surprised it isn't. I have it on, and I have it on Chrome here, and I always have it turned on, and I just went to the Jezebel site, no problem, and I feel really horrible about that.
What are these block lists? Jeez.
Man, Jezebel's fucking stupid.
No, what is this? It's a Chrome add-on where if you go to a site that GamerGate is boycotting, then it will automatically archive it, so you don't actually give them money.
But isn't that illegal?
Whoops. I've done worse.
Oh dear, what a mistake.
Oh my, whatever. That's not do.
Right, guys, I'm going to have to call it a night, but yeah, it was cool chatting with you.
Mate, you can't just go like that.
It's 1 a.m., dude. I've got work in the morning.
So?
This is
That's your first mistake, having a job.
Yeah.
I
You
should
should be a
stay home and
full-time
play
gamer
video.
gator, damn it.
That's it. Alright, take it easy, guys.
See you later, dude.
Have a good night, man.
Some bitch. Take it off.
Yeah, since we're kind of stuck, I kind of had this on the screen share. How do you feel about political correctness in reviews?
Political correctness can suck a dick.
Yeah, as
Suck
you
a
see,
bag of dicks.
as you see
There
on
we
the
go.
shared screen, I've tried to discuss people that it has no place. But it seems that people are still sticking up for it because last year GTA 5 had an infamous review where Carolyn Pettit, transgender feminist, put in the review that GTA 5 was misogynistic and hated women, even though the men are maybe worse treated compared to women.
Are these people new to video games? Like, for real?
They're
Go ahead.
Like, I don't get it. It's a game. The point is, it's a fucking game.
I mean, I just killed a bunch of men, women, and children in Spec Ops: The Line with white phosphorus.
There you go. You see, look at that. Or the fact when you're in Call of Duty and you're in the fucking air fortress and you're bombing the shit out of people and I just blew up a fucking hut that had a family in it. Whoops, gotta censor that. Or what about in online games where you can, I don't know, I'll just use The Crew as an example because I was going on it last night. I beat countless women in it last night racing. Took first place. What are you gonna do? Like stop me from winning? Fucking ridiculous.
The thing is, a lot of us play games to get away from reality. We don't want. No, don't get me wrong. There are some artsy style, I guess you could say, kind of sad games that I really enjoy. Right now, I am freaking loving this war of ours. It is not a happy game. This war of ours. It's not a happy game, but holy crap, I am really enjoying it.
It's a well-developed game too.
Oh yeah, absolutely. But I mean, for the most part, if I'm gonna get on Call of Duty or whatever, I know I'm not really harming anyone just by playing some video games. It's not like I'm gonna put that down, grab a gun, and go, shoot up the local mall. It's escapism. A lot of times it's fantasy, and I think Shuan Head put it best. She was talking about that.
I love her.
Oh yeah, I know, right? She had this video. She was talking about GamerGate and why she was involved in it. She showed this clip of, I think, GTA, where they were saying, and you could hear the narrator going, where some scenes of graphics that are unbelievably realistic. And you see one guy bent over, another guy play fucking him, and they're completely dressed. And the guy bending over, there is a traffic cone floating above his head. Like, realistic? Are you shitting me?
Yep.
I just turned to my boyfriend and go, I'm like, I turned to my boyfriend and go, hey hon, it looks like we've been doing sex wrong. Come on, we gotta go find a traffic cone.
Yeah, it shows her running around the street with a traffic cone bouncing around on top of her head with her pumping the air. It's hilarious.
And now my boyfriend's singing the safety dance song.
Mike, you can see the political correctness in the post. I have it on everyone's screen now in the Hangout window, so you can see the comments that I faced when I posted on GameGate. Just
okay.
Oh, I love that. If you don't like the review, don't read it. Well, if you don't like a game, don't play it.
Don't buy it.
Oh my! The hypocrisy boggles my fucking mind.
Well, this is me, right? Me posting. I've been trying my best. Some of them are just so thick. Here,
Okay.
a review job is to state that take perspective on the game. So if I don't like the review's political statement or whatever, it's
No, I will have to say, I do kind of agree with that. If you don't like a review, don't read it. It's when that reviewer starts calling you a piece of shit on Twitter is when it gets a little bit harder to ignore.
Yeah. Yeah, but I feel when you take political or religious or any ideology into your work, I would think it's wrong. You don't say to a doctor can't deny a woman or a man treatment because they're from Jehovah's Witness or something.
You can. Well, you can now in Michigan. There was something going on
Yeah,
about.
no, in Michigan they are trying to make it where if you're an EMT and you go to the house of a person in need of help and they happen to be gay, lesbian, or bisexual, they can now deny that person help.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Say what?
You're now
Yeah.
legally allowed to deny a person help if you're an EMT and that person is gay.
Yep.
Okay.
What?
Here is the
It is rare that I
first
say
sample
this.
track.
It is rare that I say this. I'm happy I'm in Georgia.
Ouch.
Well, let me link it in the chat. One of y'all that can link it is gonna have to link it in the chat.
Yeah, because I don't feel it's quite right to put any kind of ideology into your review.
Right. No, the thing was,
Bringing any ideology into your workspace is just a bad fucking idea.
Yeah,
It's
exactly.
quite unprofessional, isn't it?
Well, it's unprofessional. That's what I said.
I think that there is a right and wrong way to do things as far as, trying to maybe put a message in a game. There's this game online called Elude, and it's an actual game. It's not just a text adventure. It's an actual freaking game. And it is basically to try and help someone who has a loved one with depression kind of understand how hard it could be to get out of it. The thing is, it's also entertaining. It's also well done. That's why, if it's done well, I really don't mind if they put a message in there. If they're trying to teach you something, okay, that's fine. That's my personal opinion, though. But I tried to play Depression Quest. Oh my god.
It's just a horrible
Why?
game.
Why do you hate yourself?
I don't know. I also tried to play Gone Home, and then after about an hour of that, my boyfriend kind of glances over and goes, "Are you actually gonna, do anything?"
Please tell me you at least torrented it.
No comment.
I believe it's free on Steam. You could enjoy it today. What are you waiting for?
No.
Depression Quest.
No.
Depression Quest is
No.
free. Did you really just show her game?
The top Steam review for Depression Quest says, recommended, makes me feel good about all the other games in my library.
Okay, that's pretty funny. That's a good review.
Yeah. Good reason. It was like when someone gifted Hot Wheels Gone Home on Steam. And he says, which one of you jackasses gifted this? And someone replied saying, come on, Frederick, surely you, of all people, must appreciate a walking simulator.
Okay.
And he sent him to the naughty chair for 2 hours.
Oh,
Good
boy.
humor.
Jesus. Yeah, but aren't you agreeing with me with the whole ideology thingy?
Ideology in the workplace?
Yeah, with at least with reviews.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
keep your ideology. It doesn't even matter if it's in reviews, but yeah, definitely in reviews. Keep your ideology. Blah, blah, blah. I can't fucking English, goddammit. Keep your ideologies out of the workplace, reviews, and anything else, because what a review should be is based on the game itself, and not what you're fucking, like... This game doesn't have Christianity in it, 0 out of 10.
Yeah,
Right.
exactly. Because you're justifying why the game is good or bad, not because it doesn't really compute with your own ideals.
Exactly.
Yep.
And I don't want to go through the whole topic, but I basically said in the end, they're professionals and they're paid to do a job correct and not to put their own shit into the review.
You know what? The best reviewer, and you guys are going to be all like, yeah, I saw that coming. The best reviewer to date, Total Biscuit. The most honest fucking reviewer I have ever come to see.
I want to say real quick on the record, congratulations to Total Biscuit for winning the Trending Gamer Award. That alone made my day because I woke up and I saw so much of this, and then I spent the next hour laughing hysterically at all the butt hurt.
I
Oh
didn't know.
god, yeah, the butt hurt was glorious.
Yeah.
Those tears were fucking delicious.
I didn't know who the 3 other guys were except for PewDiePie, and I hate that guy. I can't stand.
Aw, really?
Gershman was the one that they wanted to win.
I kind of like PewDiePie, to be honest.
Gertzman is he's one of the SJWs. I think he writes for publications or something.
Yeah, he's a giant bomb. I remember now. But the two others, I had no idea who they were. But it felt glorious when Total Biscuit won it. I think he's done a lot for gaming this year.
Oh, there's a reason that Total Biscuit is miles ahead of everyone else in the Steam Curators list. He's trustworthy. He doesn't bullshit. He expresses his opinion in a constructive way, and all the, he's better than these multimedia conglomerates that are incapable of doing this simple thing.
I mean, you might not always agree with him, but you know where he comes from.
Yeah. He explains why. He doesn't just express a stupid opinion without explaining it. He helps you see his train of thought. Like, I particularly enjoyed his review of Beyond Earth. I'm a Civ 5 lover, and I can agree. Yeah, it's just a big fancy mod for Civ 5, and if you like Civ 5, you should play it. If you don't, you might want to skip it unless there's more DLC. And the way he explained it, absolutely fine. And he doesn't try to pretend he's bringing anything else into it other than gameplay, features, etc.
Yeah, and earlier this year, I think it was in March, where well, what was the game called? Let me check here 1 sec. It was Gary's something which got flagged because he made a review for a copy they then gave out, and then they DMCA'd him.
Yeah.
I'm gonna check out Total Biscuit Gary's incident. I don't know if you heard about that.
They were totally smashed because, I mean, you may not like Jim Sterling, he's at the same thing. Total Biscuits had it, various others have, and whenever they go to one of these YouTube guys that reviews games and they DMCA it because they don't like the review, they're absolutely screwed because the message goes around in about 10 minutes to 10 or 20 major people who will talk about it. Who aren't necessarily part of companies, they're just individuals who have very, very large audiences. It's not a good idea to try and stop people expressing their opinion about your game.
Guys, it's been fun. I actually need to take off. But thanks for having me on. I'm posting a link of something that I just found in my search. It's a GamerGate fact checker on Tumblr. It's actually pretty good. But yeah, it's been fun. I have some health issues. I'm starting to hurt a little bit, so I gotta get going. But thanks to everyone for listening. Thanks for having me on. It was awesome.
Yeah, I'm gonna PM you about the next show if you wanna be on it.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, okay. Just do it on Twitter. I won't bother on Facebook. I don't want to friend everyone there.
That's fine.
You should friend me because I'm the best.
Bye, guys.
Yeah,
pleasure.
Bye. Yeah, and I also wanted to touch a little bit on even though we might not agree with Jim Sterling, he pointed out the hypocrisy of air control. I don't know if you heard about that.
About what?
A game called Air Control, which was so broken that even the game creator deleted every review of it on the Steam page and everywhere else.
Never even heard of it.
It's just so bad. You can search up some gameplay. And another one was I think Earth 2042 or something like that.
Earth 2042. Wasn't that an RTS game?
No, it was a first-person game. I can be wrong about the title itself, but it's something like that. It's just basically just a shitty game.
Huh. I don't know. There's a small place in my heart for shitty games because it makes me realize if I'm bored of some other game that's like a AA or AAA title, it makes me feel a little bit better.
Wait a minute, I think I can see the title of it now.
That's a good link that Lisa's posted. It has a picture comparing the size of all GamerGate tweets versus those to the literally who's. And it shows that relative to the Sun and the Earth, the Sun has 2.36 times, sorry, the Earth has 2.36 times more width in terms of width versus the Sun, and the tweets going to the literally who's have in GamerGate tweet collection.
Here's the title. Earth year 2066. Just two such bad game.
Yeah, I've never heard of it.
Yeah, you can. I'm gonna post it in here so you can check it out. Just gameplay. It's so bad. And it's shit like this where developers. I don't know why even Steam released this pile of shit on their platform. They should
Quick
really.
couple of bucks, perhaps.
Yeah, but still, you don't screw over your customers.
Although Steam has been pretty good about giving refunds about failed with failed games and stuff like that.
Yeah, that's good. I haven't been the biggest fan of Steam myself, to be honest. But that's because I mostly play MMOs on my PC.
I'm a big fan of Steam, though. Like, yeah, it's nice to have digital distribution and all that stuff. Sometimes the games are shit, but I don't know. They've been decent with giving things back if like a game is like not fulfilling what they promised.
Yeah, that's true. War was pretty bad.
Steam does refunds?
What about what?
What?
Does Steam's do they do some refunds for games you said or no?
Not for like bigger games that are fully completed and just have like some bugs that need to be fixed and stuff like that. I'm talking like full-on fucking failed games like Infestation, Survivor Stories, or whatever the fuck it's called. I got a refund back the second I requested one. So that just goes to show why, well, I like them for one of those reasons.
Do any of you guys play DayZ?
Yep, and it's fucking horrible.
What do you hate
I'm
about
still
it?
waiting for a decent Survivor game, and apparently H1Z1 is coming to Steam January, and
You know, you should take a look at it. It's still in early alpha, but wait for it. It's actually still in development stuff. Wait for a game called This Creative. Built Survival. Look it up and stuff.
oh my god.
Suddenly very quiet.
Yeah. I'm just checking something out really quick.
The host has gone quiet, damn it, CPR.
About to go critical.
Yeah, somebody pointed out Angry Joe is a pretty good reviewer.
Can I just
He is, but hasn't he been coming under fire lately for being anti-GG?
I thought he was neutral.
Yeah, he hasn't taken a stance. He recently got flagged twice by Capcom for putting up their own trailer, which he got through a press link.
Yeah, well, Capcom's being fucking dumb lately, so whatever.
Crabcom.
Yeah, Crabcom.
I don't know. I find Angry Joe to be unwatchable, so I try not to comment on him as a whole because I find him so
over the
tacky.
top.
That's the whole thing about
Yeah, so tacky. I don't even want to watch him. So anything
Yeah,
I say about him will be bad.
I liked him at first, but then I just think I think he's more of a casual player than really a hardcore player, to be honest.
Well, it depends what games you get him into. I mean, if you get him into Warhammer, dude's fucking hardcore Warhammer. Like, no joke. He's on my level, and it's scary.
Yeah, but when you talk about like indie games, he doesn't review those. He doesn't review a little more.
Well, don't forget, he also interests things that he's interested in. I mean, that's the kind of person he is. If it doesn't interest him, he's not going to go for it. If he's interested, he'll go for it.
Well, he reviewed Star Wars Kinect, so I mean.
Yeah, but didn't he fucking say that? Hey, it was just fun. It was a funny thing.
Yeah. Well, he had like 25 minutes of it where he basically talked about how crap it was, except for one part of it, which was
Well,
the
there you go. He was having fun.
Yeah, the best thing of the Star Wars game was dancing. That says something.
I don't know. I'd like to dance around with a lightsaber. That'd be fun.
Dance to Han Solo.
Dude, I will dance like Jabba the Hutt.
Well, there's a song that goes like Han Solo, Han Solo. It's stupid. I don't know. Is there anything you guys want to talk about?
Rock Paper Shotgun. I saw them coming up through Twitter recently.
What did
With,
they say?
I don't know. Apparently, we're targeting Rock Paper
yet?
Shotgun. And I don't know actually.
Have they actually changed their ethics at all?
I don't remember what the hell it was about Rock Paper Shotgun I saw. Oh, well.
Because they've been pretty anti-GG.
Yeah, but there was something they've done that was like really fucking dumb recently, within like the last week. I don't know. It's
I
Rock
do
Paper Shotgun.
remember
Anything they do is
something.
fucking retarded.
But I just can't remember what it was that they did. But I do remember seeing something about them cropping up. But what did you think of? I know you probably talked about this before I arrived. What did you think of the guy from Ars Technica actually going to Kotaku in action and talking about
Kyle Orland?
the evidence?
Yeah, that was a giant smokescreen.
I don't know. I haven't heard anything about that. I don't know what's going on with that. What happened?
So there was a thread in Kotaku in action where someone had posted a collection of things from the guy, the director of, or the editor, about his contributions to Game Journals Pro. And then specifically, there was a comment that had been posted around, yeah, it's bad to take money, but other ways of being remunerated are okay.
Huh.
So there you go. I just thought it might be disconnected. But he came around and says, you know, that isn't really my opinion. I don't know if he meant any more, if it changed. But he sort of he like posted in a lot of other comments he had made which were quite different and with a different point of view. And it seemed that people kind of went, yeah, okay, it's good you've actually came and talked to us rather than ignoring the problem.
Yeah, sounds like a smokescreen.
It could be, but I thought it was good that he at least was willing to come and talk about it.
Yeah, that's
rather
definitely a
than
big,
just
big
shit
point.
posting about, oh, you're all wankers, you're all dead, whatever, you know.
Yeah. See, now, even if it's an anti-GG and they come to actually talk about it in a civil manner, that's respectable.
And
Too
I
bad a lot
often
of other
think that
motherfuckers
if
don't
they
do that.
actually talk to GamerGate people in a respectable way, they would get the respect they're looking for.
Exactly. And we
It's
still have
obvious,
yet to
but they
actually
don't seem to
see.
get it. Yeah.
We still have yet to see, well, pretty well anyone that's anti-GG, talk respectably, and it's actually a really big shame.
Yeah,
I've tried to.
it's pretty much just trolls from the anti-GG side. I haven't seen. I've actually gone into the Stop GamerGate hashtag and tried to actually have a conversation and ask, why do you say that? And what do you have against people on the GamerGate side?
Wait,
And
there's a place where you could actually try to talk to anti-GG?
no, I tried, and I realized pretty quickly, and there's no such thing.
Oh. Got my hopes up, damn it.
I went to the hashtag itself, Stop GamerGate, and realized pretty quickly, this was a mistake.
Well, look, all you had to do was dot reply, and you would have gotten a massive dog pile of pro GGs helping you out.
Yeah, and I asked, I think it was a woman, she said, fuck GamerGate, those are idiots, douchebags, whatever. I asked her, well, why do you think GamerGate is bad? And get fucked, nerd, or something, was the reply.
Well,
man,
did you?
these people, man, these motherfuckers are not that smart.
Well, it's our opposition is nothing but extremists now. That's all anti-GamerGate is. That's all that's left of them. They pushed away any of the moderates they could have ever hoped to receive. Fucking the only moderates they have is like David Pacman, who still says he's leaning anti, and he's still afraid to touch them with a 10-foot stick, because of Arthur Chu and Brianna Wu. Every time he engages with them, it's like, oh, you're harassing me, or you're doing a hit piece, or oh, you're talking to me. That's all there is in antis. We're at the point now. Antis are so small, GamerGate's so big. Their only objective now is to try to keep attention.
I almost want to go into Stop GamerGate 2014 and just say, I am here.
You could be the only attendee of Stop GamerGate 2014.
Yeah,
I could be.
It could be a private hashtag.
Yeah, I was actually checking out that hashtag just a few days ago, and there were more pro GamerGaters than anti-GamerGaters posting there. Just saying, like, look how small Stop GamerGate is, hashtag GamerGate. That's so funny.
Oh boy, people these days need to get smacked in the face.
Yeah, some of them do.
I think another humorous thing I saw on Kotaku in action was the idiot with the stupid phone game from Ottawa or something had incriminated himself by saying the journalist wrote music for his game, and then the journalist who he was referring to came back and said, actually this is how it was. So the journalist came up and cleared the guy incriminating himself. It's just, just moron. I think probably is now a candidate for the 2014 Darwin Awards, or maybe at least the 2014 Foot and Mouth Disease Awards. Just everything he says is stupid. Like, how does he remember to breathe?
A good point.
So where do they get these people? I would say GamerGate does, of course, have a number of strange people in it, but the most amazing thing about GamerGate is how bad the opposition are, how stupid they are, and the things they do.
Hold on, how are strange individuals equated to bad apples here? Come on now.
Well, Assuming that he's going on what I think he's going on, but I don't think he's going on now. After you said that, just every group has their bad apples. You know, like every group has their fucking idiots that no one likes.
Yeah, antis is just all of anti at this point.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm sure antis do have some intelligent people in there, but they seem to be so overwhelmingly composed of idiots.
Mm-hmm.
Just repeating a party line, no ability to engage constructively, putting their feet in their mouths, making these silly statements, incriminate themselves.
I mean,
look
at their new tactic now. They just bring up random anti-gamer haters and pretend that they used to be pro.
Yeah.
Or they do it themselves. I used to be pro GamerGate, then I saw the light.
Yeah, that's a common trend. I totally blame Debbie Epper for that trend.
No, it's not Debbie Ever. It's fucking Brianna Wu with that fake-ass letter she wrote herself.
Oh, yeah.
Whoa. She wrote a fake-ass letter to herself? What did I miss?
Have
it was
you
completely
not?
masturbatory.
Yes.
No, I've not. I've kind of been in and out kind of thing. You know, it's kind of like sex.
We've been parodying the shit out of it, too.
Yeah.
Link it.
Said,
Please link it.
Note.
Let me pull it up.
Alright.
I will love you forever. I will love you forever.
Like,
sir.
it is... Oh, my God.
Oh, yeah. Fucking, she blocked me the other day because I put up a picture of her ugly mug. And I said, this is the reality. And then had a picture of her with her profile picture, and this is the lie.
Oh, assuming Twitter will work.
Yeah, it was great.
That fucking image of Wu up close is terrifying.
Of the one of her interview on Jezebel or whatever the hell it was?
Oh, no. I'm blocked. I
CNN
can't view her tweets. That's funny.
Well,
Wait, you can't view tweets now? The fuck?
Yeah. Yeah, they changed Twitter.
Once they block you, you can't view their tweets. You can still tag them, though.
Mike?
Yeah, but it used to be one way.
Mike, you're gonna be broke on December 18th.
I'm gonna be broke on December 18th. Why?
Because Steam sale starts.
Dude, I'm already broke. It doesn't help, damn it.
It starts December 18th and runs to January 2nd.
Yeah, no, I've already got the game that I want, so I'm happy with that until January.
I now have a double problem with Steam sales. Not only is it the Steam sale, I also love collecting the Steam cards now.
Oh, jeez.
Two addictions. So when the Steam sale goes, I'm buying like, a couple of $100 worth of games. But they're all so cheap, and I just keep buying them, and I buy like 100 games each sale, and then I get about 40 card drops, and it's so uneven, and then I need to buy all the cards to get all the cards to turn into collectors. It's criminal, absolute criminal.
What do you do with those?
You just get badges, it's just aesthetics.
It's nothing more than stupid, dumbass street cred on your Steam user profile.
Yeah.
That's all it is.
So
it's quite amusing, because I guess my Steam profile membership rank is much higher than any of the anti-GamerGaters, so maybe that's in my favour. Since that is, of course, the true and only definition of gaming prowess.
The aesthetics and bragging rights.
Dick measuring contest.
Yep. That's the methods.
And what do you do with those? Can't you sell hats in Team Fortress or something?
I've never bothered. Maybe I should.
Yeah, can't you make a buck or something on it?
Well, if you play Counter-Strike Go, you get case drops. You open up the case drops, you got the chance to get a $400 knife, and you could sell that for $400.
Holy shit! Who buys a $400 imaginary knife?
Rich people and streamers.
Yeah, true.
Would know.
Man.
Been there, done that.
Man, one of these
days,
someone needs to get DSP on here so we can debate him. Amazing.
Who?
DSP, Dark Side Film.
Oh, no idea who that is.
Neither do I. Small time jump, probably. You know who we should get on here? Just so we could laugh? Brianna Wu.
She will
Yeah,
never come on.
like she's gonna come on and have someone debate her. Yeah, right.
Brianna Wu, Anita Sarkeesian, Zoe Quinn versus me.
I mean, anyone from the GamerGate side pretty much can debate them because it's so easy.
Exactly. But I do it in a comical way.
Yeah.
Okay, guys, here is the letter. Like, this deserves a dramatic reading. Whoever can read dramatical needs to read this to the chat.
Mike, I suggest it's you.
It's fucking,
all right, I'll do it. Do you have a link for it?
fucking insane. Yeah, I linked it in the group.
All right, just give me a second. I've been playing a racing game the whole time we've been talking. So.
Oh, Brian, you have the nice Scottish accent.
Yep.
It's just holy shit.
Been playing the crew fucking religiously for the last couple days.
Oh god, I want to get that so bad.
Honestly, don't.
Why?
There are so many bugs in this game. It's like the Depression Quest. Except you're going like 300k. Yeah, the crew.
Oh, I got it yesterday. Hopefully it's not broken as when I...
The game is fucking broken as shit.
So,
right?
get on the sale then.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I'm gonna get it whenever I get paid again.
Okay, there was a massive bug where people were not getting the cars that they pre-ordered. So I never got my Shelby GT Fastback. I never got my Ram 1500 SRT10, my Austin Mini, until I was already level 50 and bought them, except for the cars that they give you. So I pretty much own like every car. And people were just getting outraged about it. It was dumb. Ubisoft sucks. I wonder if they have Zoe Quinn on their team. But no, if you like arcadey racing games, and yeah, by all means go for it. It's a good time. All right. Got where I needed to go. Where do I go? Oh god. Space Channel 6. Get the fuck out of here. All right.
I got this letter yesterday from a former GamerGater. It's honest, genuine, and it shows his own personal growth. It's been lightly edited for clarity and I can't English.
All right. Brianna, I just wanted to say that I have finally broken, and it's thanks to you, or rather, the treatment you have received since day one. I tried to tell myself that it was all about the Gamers Are Dead articles and the forums. And for me, it was always, I don't even go online to game, so never even engage with people. Oh my goodness. Okay, I gotta make the text bigger. I don't have glasses at the moment. There we go.
Yeah, that's the mistake one there.
Shut up. Alright, but I was blind. Someone would say willfully ignorant about it all. I told myself over and over that the abuses being received by women such as yourself was not only real, and put it out of my mind, and I suspected many others have. Next piece. I distanced myself from any abuse. I did see and oh my god, this person can't even English. I did see and wrote them off as fakes. But it isn't true, is it? It's more than a majority. I was wrong all along. I never abused or engaged you or others. I signal boosted, supported campaigns trying to stay away from the ignorance. Oh my goodness, this is just a fucking horrible letter.
Yes, it gets worse. It gets so much worse.
Whenever a confident woman comes along, to have her say in any way she's shouted down? What? Fucking English, goddammit! Alright.
Check.
She's shot down and harassed by men. God damn it. I just want to send her a fucking message saying, do you want me to proofread your shit?
I'm not even English, and I could have written something better.
Like you're following along with this, right?
Yes.
I'm even getting confused. All right. Men who have it so that's a comma, not a period. Fucking Jesus. Men who have it so easy, period. We are blinded to our faults of society and focus on men, period. Oh, Jesus. We don't like to be challenged. There's not supposed to be a comma if you use the word but. Oh, Jesus. Fucking, I'm going to fist my own asshole if I have to keep reading this. But we get used to it because I have some news for you. You are winning. No, you are not. You are winning, and these are the death rows of the. But I can't even say that. Selfish culture. Petulant. Thank you. Selfish culture. When they said gamers were dead, I didn't want to believe it. Ah, stop putting commas before but. Stop it. But in its way, it's true. Ultimately, games are for everyone. As more women are involved, the culture around video games, it will change for the better. It's gonna stay the fucking same because everyone's equal on the battlefield, you dumb shit. Alright. If some obnoxious boys end up leaving, then so be it. Well, of course we're gonna just leave and go play something else. I won't, because I will accept the changes. Congratulations, you're gonna be playing stories with no diversity. It's like watching a fucking cartoon.
Yep. Hold A to win.
Pretty much. Welcome to Call of Duty. Female version.
Yeah, that's supposed to be the new Mirror's Edge. Because women are supposedly more stupid than men are. So
alright, let me put it like this. Friend of mine, female, kicks my ass at Street Fighter Ultimate every fucking time. And I thought I was good.
Let's keep it. Let's keep it going. It gets worse.
Alright. Oh, God. Oh, God, this is just a... Okay, oh, we're almost done. We're almost done. You could stop listening to my bad English soon. Don't worry. I would say more for female protagonists. Oh, wait, did I skip a line? Oh, wait, no. Okay.
No, you're right.
I would say more for female protagonists is desirable, but it would benefit these males to have a majority even. What? We have a what? Okay, whatever. They have no idea what it's like to be a woman. Of course we don't. We've got a penis. Jesus. And neither do I. But more empathy would follow. Oh, dear dumbass. As with an abundance of strong, non-sexual women saving the day. How do you... What?
What?
I am confused by that. As with games with an abundance of strong, non-sexual women, what are you gonna do? Make them a fucking mannequin? If you have tits and either penis or a vagina, you're automatically sexual. Holy shit! That. God damn it! I hate this fucking country sometimes. Okay.
I think it's So what? Woo! It wants us all to be a society of pixie jennies.
It gets worse. It
Okay.
gets worse.
Okay, I'm just gonna pause it there. Have any of you guys played a game called SCP?
No.
Alright, basically it's a horror game and you play this character and a statue is trying to kill you. That is what I could see being a non-sexual character. It's a fucking statue. It's stone. It is a material object. Stupid. Fucking, I'm gonna slap the shit out of this chick. Alright. Saving the day. Right. It would at least stop them from thinking that they are the center of the universe. Well, that would be the sun, but even then, that's not the center of the universe. That's the center of our galaxy, which is what the average GamerGate thinks. No, the center of my fucking universe right now is the car that I'm trying to gear up.
Okay, now I have to make a point. Okay, anybody in this call right now, would you write a letter calling yourself a GamerGator?
Yeah.
No, I'd identify myself as Mike, the guy from fucking BC that is annoyed with this bad English.
Yeah, it's kind of silly to identify as a gamer. You're just either a gamer or just a regular person who happens to play video games.
Oh, you mean, oh, okay. And no, I wouldn't call myself a gamer. I would just call myself a gamer.
Yeah. Okay.
All right.
I mean,
Basically,
honestly, if someone had a problem with a certain politician, will they call themselves a Republican gator or something of that No, of course not. You just call yourself someone concerned with X or Y. Same thing with us.
Basically, the only time I will identify myself as a GamerGate supporter would be in situations like this, where it's a talk about GamerGate versus anti-GamerGate and things that have happened within the last whatever time we streamed. That's the only time I'll identify myself as a GamerGater. It's that simple. All right, back to this stupid fucking letter that she wrote herself because she's weird. All right. I'm sorry about the way you have been treated. You are a beautiful, talented, intelligent woman who is worth 1 million of those people involved in Gamergate. Have they seen the interview on Jezebel? Myself included. I am no longer involved. In fact, I may just work against. Well, congratulations. You don't exist. All right.
Nothing was lost.
Check.
Exactly.
Honestly, I need to write my own. I mean, I need to receive my own letter. Yes.
I will write you one that says very nice things about you.
Oh yeah.
All right. Where was I? I know, though, it is time for me to stand down from my pedestal and listen. Shut up. Stupid phone. That would be my girlfriend trying to text me saying she's at work. Sorry about that. All right. I know, though, it is time for me to stand down from my pedestal and listen to women, to let them steer culture and not resist the betterment and balance they will bring. What? They won't bring betterment. Shoe prices are going to go up.
Check.
I said before, you are winning. This is the long game, and as the media continues to side with the good guys, which is us, these people will simply end up bickering, as they do amongst themselves with the less and less influence. Have they not checked Twitter stats on what is what? Congratulations, you contradicted yourself once again, you dumb shit. Alright. Then then they will fade out, leave, or change. People are getting more and more despondent. Alright, despondent. And it's your magnificent strength in the face of abuse which does it. Okay, the only thing that I could say strength in the face is the fact that she may have jumped 15,000 feet out of an airplane, landed face first, and lived. She must have been on some serious PCP. Like, holy shit. They can't fathom it. No, I just can't fathom the look that somebody would... Her face! I still can't fathom it! I can't fathom...
Face.
Okay, does anyone else fathom her logic? Because I sure as shit cannot.
This is so blatantly self-written. It's retarded.
I know, right? Like, okay.
Yeah,
don't
how
get
the
me
fuck
wrong.
did Pac-Man buy this?
Do not get me wrong. I am not a catch myself. I have psoriasis on my face. I look like a fucking lizard man, and yet I still manage to have a girlfriend who looks far more attractive than Brianna Wu's filtered out the fucking ass profile picture.
What the fuck?
I know, right?
Hard to have written this myself.
All right, where was I? Oh, yes. You and others have outfoxed everyone. Pac-Man, the harassers, everyone. No. Simply put, no. To beat Gamergate as a former insider, remain defiant but aloof. You are better than these people, remember that. Don't let them get to you. Remember, there is no balance here, so don't engage them as an equal. Don't let others do so. Laugh off petty insults if you can, but never show them you are hurt. They are getting off on that. It only encourages them. So you're basically projecting yourself into our shoes and failing miserably at it, you dumb bitch. Okay.
Yep.
I'm sorry for the length, but I just wanted to let you know there are people out there who will ultimately beat and win over with your sheer integrity. What? Sheer integrity? You have no fucking integrity! You're an asshole!
Fucking lied about leaving your own home.
Yeah, who does that? Like, okay, I live on a fucking movie set. You want to come here, there's security guards everywhere. By all means, go ahead. Whatever. Your dumbass shows up in the first place. You're dumb. You beat me, and I'm so glad. Can I make a sexual joke out of that? Hand job incoming. Okay. I'm leaving GG. Thank God you didn't exist in the first place. So I'll remain anonymous, as I fear those people getting to me somehow. But if you wish to talk further, please do so. All right, cool. So you're going to keep sending yourself emails, and okay. I will listen. Well, that's good. Somebody needs to listen to themselves. And would appreciate any advice on going further to become the person I should have been, as I'm quite ashamed of supporting what was an ugly, chaotic mess. So basically your face. Oh, wait, there's more. Hold on. I've rejected feminism from its very starting point, and I've done nothing but stand in the way of people. If I can help, let me know. Like I say, a confident, beautiful, intelligent woman worth 1 million of one GG'er. What?
What the fuck?
It's amazing,
Thanks.
isn't it?
I actually really want to reply to her and be all like, 1, better English, 2, obviously written by yourself, 3, the fuck out of here with your bullshit, the industry doesn't need it.
It's fucking hilarious.
Oh, wait, hold on, comments from Tabrisms, reblog this from blah blah blah. You are a liar, worse still, you're a bad liar, a really fucking bad liar. This whole letter is pure propaganda bullshit. See, look at that! Someone who actually writes in English!
There's another one. I highly doubt that this happened. Not everything is about you, Brianna Wu.
Oh boy. Can I write myself an email? And just claim it to be fact? Screen cap it, but, withhold the name and shit?
Yeah, and claim you're anti-GamerGate.
Right. Oh, you know what? I'm actually gonna do it.
Oh God! Somebody wrote, I have a question. Did you write this by yourself, or do you have a monkey to do it?
Well, maybe it was Zoe Quinn.
This is some kind of joke. Man, look at all the forging. Wouldn't convince a fucking child. Self-sent harassment didn't work. What makes a woman think thinks self-sent praise would? Wait, oh God. Do you think Revolution 60 is what the world looks like in Brianna's head when she closes her eyes?
Dude, she looks like a fucking alien, whether her eyes are open or closed.
Well, she did used to be a dude.
Kick. Really?
Yeah.
I thought it was just an ugly baby.
Oh, Lord.
Dude, who the hell would want to trade in their beard for that?
Oh,
this actually
Lord.
makes me very, 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 very sad.
It's depressing.
Dude, this is more than depressing. This is like...
Sad.
This is... It's more than sad. There's no word to describe how fucking terrifying this is. It's...
Well, she is a con artist. It's like I said, Zoe Quinn's on the run because apparently she has direct involvement with the swatting of Cernovich, so she's probably gonna end up in prison. Brianna Wu has faked harassment, faked harassment to, her by Brolols, faked harassment to herself with fucking 8chan posts, faked fucking leaving her house. She's faked everything about her. I promise you, $200,000 in a fucking art studio, and you can't, $200,000 and it fails. How the fuck do you fail with $200,000 in an art studio? With that much money, you could pay people to do the work for you.
Yep, I would have done that. I'd have been like, okay,
yeah, the only way it failed was because she drove that shit into the ground with her fucking opinion on everything.
Not only that, but if you know what I mean.
Oh God!
You know what I mean.
I gotta do some more shilling. I can't reveal too much because it's not finished recording yet, but there is going to be a Mr. Grinch song involving her.
Yes! I want to hear it. I want to hear it.
It's gonna be fucking glorious.
I mean, Oliver Campbell, he already revealed this like a month ago or so, that some of these claims were total bogus.
Yeah, so did Cernovich. Like, Cernovich actually came out after the, you guys have seen the picture where, you know, it confirms Brianna Wu faked leaving her house, right? You know, with like all the interviews are in the same room, and they're, you know, her house from, you know, a picture a year ago verifying that it's her fucking house. Cernovich's PI, you know, told him, verified that for him, and he, you know, he verified it as well after the picture was released, since it's no longer doxing. You know, she faked everything. She's using this to get her shitty game attention because it doesn't sell on its own merits.
Nope, and nor should it sell, period, because it's a fucking shitty game.
Yeah.
Yep.
I mean, it goes against everything that she's fighting against. Like, what is she going to do when it releases? Be all like, yeah, I released this game, now go look at it.
Yeah, that's pretty much what it is. Like, she's using this to get attention for her studio, but it's, like, especially after it becomes common knowledge that these, you know, these publications published a lie about her, you know, and her faking her harassment, and once it becomes, you know, news, and it gets spread more, you know, her credibility is in the shitter, like, completely.
Isn't it already?
No, they still put her on television, don't they?
Yeah, that's true.
Oh yeah, they'll put her on television and they'll question her and like, oh, well, what about these accusations?
Those were all real accusations.
Yeah.
Fuck out of here. I hate people. I really do.
Oh, well, I'm fixing to have to bounce. Like I said, yeah, I know, right? You know, we'll have more songs up for the Christmas album shortly. We're trying to keep most of it under the cuff until we get it all done. We just finished another track about an hour ago, actually. To give you some ideas of some of the songs, we've got 12 Days of Shit Posting. Bane Was a Big Guy. Harper the Blue-Haired She-Twink. It's the most privileged time of the year.
Wow.
The Joy to the Tag.
Joy to the Tag.
Mrs. Flint, which is the Grinch one. Oh Boy Pussy.
Oh boy, pussy.
Post Dio. Roguestar Is Coming to Town, and we wish you a merry shit post.
Oh boy.
Like I said, anyone who wants to follow it, the official Twitter account for this is at GG Christmas. I'm linking it in the main chat. If anybody wants to help, like, you know, contribute voice talent or like instruments or, you know, help write lyrics, or if you get a song idea, all of this is going to it's going to be free, but anybody who wants to donate can donate to Mercedes Carrera's charity she's doing for that disabled gamer. We've already gotten confirmation that she's on board with it.
You know, we should try and get her in one of these streams.
You should. She's very cool, as everyone's seen. But I will thank you for having me. It was a lot of fun.
Yeah, I'm gonna have another one on Saturday, I think. So you're welcome there as well.
Well, throw me an invite if I'm available. I'll be on.
I'll be here because fucking shitlords of shit right here.
See ya.
See ya.
See you, man. Thanks for having us.
Yep. I'm going to head off as well. Thanks for having you. Always appreciated.
All right.
See you later.
Take care.
All right. Good night, everybody.
Night.
Later.
Yeah, I don't know if there's any last thoughts. I don't think we're gonna have any more on here. Do you guys want to say anything before we close?
Yeah. I intend to have a stream eventually as soon as I get my live stream to work.
What are you trying to use?
Just like live stream.
Twitch?
Twitch,
No,
YouTube.
Live stream broadcaster from.
All right. Well, I'll tell you right now. Don't use that. Use like OBS, Open Broadcast Software.
All right, I just don't know how to use that guy.
All right. Well, fucking add me up on Twitter, and I can give you YouTube tutorials on how to do it.
All right.
It's very, very simple.
Okay, what's your name?
My name on Twitter is bam. Well, it's already in the chat. That's my Twitter name. Mike from BC_GG.
Not that hard. And I think I have all of you guys because I pretty much just PM every invite, so I know who is in there here. Except for that guy who was trolling in the beginning. What an asshole.
Look at me, I got fake monies.
Hey, have you seen a BBC or whatever he said?
Probably is a little tiny fucking worm.
What a fucking idiot.
Damn, I can't find you.
Should be able to. Why is it?
Mike from PC.
BC, as in bad.
BC?
Or British. Yep. Like British Columbia.
Okay, I see. GamerGate Guardian.
That'd be me.
Alrighty then. I also like to reflect on how amused I was at Joy Tate trying to dick measure against me when I first encountered him, because he was like talking about how many followers he had.
Yeah.
How many do you have?
Fucking followers you have?
It was hilarious though.
Yeah, but how many do you have?
At the when I first encountered him, I think I had like 900 or was it 600? I forget. It was somewhere within that range.
Okay.
I currently have 400. Yeah.
Yeah, I have like
Yeah,
200.
well, I'd follow you, but I can't follow anymore.
Yeah,
Shit like that.
Isn't the limit like 1500 or something?
Do they ever take you off that limit or what?
Yep.
Yeah, when someone follows you, you can follow them back, but otherwise it's kind of stuck there. I don't know the exact limit, but at some point you can follow any more guys.
Yeah, I'm already like limited at 200. 2,000, I mean.
Yeah, 2000. Yeah, I think that's the limit.
Well, I guess I can wait until someone gets banned again, and I can sneak someone in.
Yeah. I mean, I should have been kind of more because Twitter is an open channel pretty much.
Yeah.
Well,
unless there's anything left to say, I'm gonna close the stream.
No, you know. No, I'm good.
oh man, I just heard Wikipedia just got blown the fuck out.
Yeah, it's pretty much that every day.
No, Slate just came out with an article
Oh, okay.
about, and it's shitting on Wikipedia.
Not that surprising. Seeing how everyone's been treating him.
Well, Wales, you kind of made your bed.
Now you fucking sleep in it, son. Oh, one more thing. Did you guys see the curation that Feminist Frequency put up for Steam?
Oh, God, no.
Alright, these are some of the worst fucking games I've ever played except for the Portal series. She actually put Portal in there, and I don't know why.
Please tell me it's not high. Please tell me no one...
Oh, there you go. It's an actual thing. It is an actual thing. I'll post it in the chat so everybody else can see it as well.
Yeah, I don't know if you can post links.
It'll be without the oops, remove any web addresses. Okay.
You have to take away .com or the beginning or something.
Yeah. There. Now everybody else can see it. Look at that. Tell me those aren't fucking horrible games.
I can't see shit. Just sum it up for me, because I can't do it from see this chat from my phone.
All right. The games she recommends: Papao and Yao, or Yo, or whatever you say. Papao and Yo.
What the fuck even are these games?
Thomas Was Alone.
I've never heard of any of this shit.
Portal 2. Portal. Where Is My Heart? Never Alone. Gone Home. Super Brothers.
Fuck.
Super Brothers.
Unpredictable.
Who's recommending this shit?
Feminist Frequency.
Oh, Jesus.
Holy shit, these
Beyond
games are
Good and
like...
Evil and Mirror's Edge.
Holy shit.
Because she's working on it, for fuck's sake. That's why she's recommending it.
Well, yeah, but, I mean, the other games... Why? These are such boring fucking games.
I do hate Wikipedia.
Is it because the characters... They don't look like sexualized characters? They're just like sticks and pixels and shit?
Yeah, probably. Never Alone is pretty much a girl with a seal, I think. And it looks kind of cool, but not a game for everyone.
I want to shoot myself in the foot.
Man.
So bad.
These are the games that they... This is the future that they want.
Boring ass games.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Pretty much.
Why the fuck? Please tell me that doesn't have a fan following. Please tell me that's like at the bottom of the list, please, because I don't think
Which is at the bottom of the list?
Anita's.
I don't know.
1,600 followers.
So
good?
pretty much nothing.
Oh, yes, thank you, God.
And 10 recommendations.
Oh, thank you, God.
So pretty much absolutely nothing.
Yeah.
I hate this fucking world.
Yeah, I'm gonna do another stream on Saturday, and I hope to see some of you guys there. I'm gonna PM me if I forget to send you a message or an invite.
Alright, just remind me it's on.
Yeah,
To not be such a douche. Got it.
you guys are welcome there. So I'm gonna take this broadcast to an end. So thanks for everyone for watching, and see you next time.
Bye. Later. Later.